Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous. Or welcome for the first time.
Internet.
Yeah, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. It's been a long time since we were live.
Indeed.
We're back from a hiatus, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm Ethan. I'm the Dungeon Master for the show, and our players are... We'll go around the table.
I'm Nick. I play Thaddeus, the Human Paladin of Sanahan.
I'm Kay. I play Harmony. What do I play again? Yes, yes. The wild magic sorcerer tiefling, who's awesome and badass.
I'm George, and I play Nausea Greyhill, who is a barbarian, dwarf barbarian.
That's right.
What I am.
What's D&D?
Yeah.
I'm Zach, and I play a four-horse fighter named Hunter.
Very applicably a robot today. So we're back from our hiatus and streaming again every week on Twitch on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then those episodes are posted to YouTube that Wednesday. We use a lot of custom items and a custom wild magic table, and even sometimes occasionally custom races and things like that in our show. So if you're interested in any of that, you can always check the links in the bottom of the YouTube videos, or if you're watching on Twitch, you can type !custom to get those links in Twitch. Our music comes from BattleBards and TabletopAudio.com, so if you're interested in any of that, because it's all great music, that's where you can go to check it out. Then you can follow us on Twitter at AntiheroesAnon, which is down at the very bottom of the screen in the center. If you want to get more information about, for example, when we're going on a long hiatus, or coming back from a long hiatus. Let's see, what else? And then if you're watching on Twitch, you can type !welcome into the chat, and it'll bring up like full, nearly a Wikipedia's worth of information about the show and what's going on and all of that. So
Some user input required.
Yeah, some user input required, but it's very useful. So you can go there to start learning, about what's been going on the show and such like that. But yeah, other than that, enjoy the show, and we're going to start with an unconventional recap.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while, and we're starting into a new season for the show, season 4. And so I figured it'd be good to just go around the table and talk about every single thing that has happened,
Oh my
so
gosh!
that people who are coming in with this as the beginning have a stepping point of knowledge to go from.
Indeed.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll start. I guess I'll start. The first thing I remember about this show was
The first thing you remember.
the first thing I remember.
You're the DM. You remember everything.
The very first thing that I had you do, and I very purposefully was like, what do I want the first opening thing of this show to be? I remember the first thing I had you do was make a con save to wake up in a dungeon. And I think Nasria rolled the best.
I woke up right away.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember. But,
I will, cause I mean, I have a +4 to con or something like that, so that was pretty easy.
yeah, that's how things started. So.
I mage-handed a key
Oh yeah.
through the bars and let myself out of my dungeon. That was fun.
And then we found this guy who was like not awake. I think we woke him up. We pulled a lever.
We pulled a lever and it kind of brought him to life.
Yeah.
He was like
Like a
strapped
song.
to a table.
And he was nothing we ever
I think
saw.
Tal was the only one brave enough to
Yeah,
pull
you
the
like
lever, or
No,
something
it was
else.
like
brain
he and I
into
all
like,
were
or, like,
about to do it.
like
at the
my
same
head or
time.
something
He
like
just-
that. I don't remember. Like there's like a soul juice thing that you guys flushed down.
Yeah, there was like a purple wisp above your head that like sucked
Sucked
into
into your
you.
body.
Oh, that's pretty weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Hunter came to life, no memory.
And we were just kind of like, we just kind of went with it.
Yeah.
We didn't ask questions. We were just like, let's get the fuck out of here.
And then we killed a guy. We killed a gnome.
Potix.
Potix,
Potix.
the deep gnome
Yes.
The
tinkerer
deep
who
gnome.
had built Hunter.
He kept hiding behind doors.
Yeah. I think we were like fighting about
Yeah,
who
but I
got to
shot his
kill him,
periscope.
and then you killed him.
Yes.
Yes.
We chased him out of the dungeon and into like a church or something. And I scared the crap out of him with my thaumaturgy skills.
His death was pretty horrific. From his
I can't
perspective.
remember how he died though. Did I blow
I'm pretty sure he burned to death.
fired something. to him.
Firebolt.
Firebolted
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
It sounds like something I would do.
And that's how we met our nemesis, the Cranstons. Wait, is that how we did it?
Oh yeah, you woke up with a letter.
Well, we found the letter on the table
Mm.
with the creepy hand thingy that attacked me.
Mhm.
And then I was like dead the whole just because of it. But yes, there was a letter that had the seal of the Cranston family on it, I think, which is why we were like, hey, the Cranstons are evil, let's start investigating.
Mm.
Or whatever.
So then Tal took you back to the orphanage, and you met Mandus.
Or we met
Mantis.
Mandos.
We met
Mandad.
Mandad.
The father
Oh,
figure
boy.
for every single character.
For-
Yeah.
He became a father figure. Well, not for you
I
yet.
mean, he was like
Yes.
king of the orphanage. Like
Mhm.
he's
I
everyone's.
mean, yeah, he was awesome, and we liked him a lot.
Mm.
He gave us shelter, and helped us fulfill our awful plans.
Mm.
Yeah. Then the day after we met Barton.
Oh, Barton!
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because you had to go
This is
looking
a
for the
picture.
missing orphans.
Well, Hunter,
this is a picture of
he
Barton.
kind of like
Stream.
pieced out really early, right? 'Cause he
Yeah, he's on the
went
Great
off by
Emergency.
You can't
himself,
see that?
right?
Oh, it's a great picture. Okay.
It's a Barton picture. Just later.
It's great. Don't worry about it.
Hunter went off by himself, right? Because you wanted to know who you were and why you were there.
Well, I went with him.
Yeah.
Well, he went to this tavern, right?
Yeah, I stayed at the inn for a night.
And then you
So, like,
came
reflect
back
on
and you
myself.
got
Oh,
Nasria
right.
because you saw that board, the notice board with the ad on it.
Yeah.
Team Tank. Woo!
Then you guys went off hunting Allosauruses.
I picked up an Allosaurus.
Yeah, you did.
It was a fight that was
Yeah,
planned
we-
for the entire party.
And we still have the Allosaurus.
Half the party took it on
We
on their own.
do. The
Yeah.
And the foot.
ostrich-sized egg.
Yeah, we have both of those
Yeah.
still, even though they're probably like rot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
then we were investigating the orphans, right?
Mhm.
The Alan and Ronan, who are not siblings,
No, but they were sort of like.
but they were
Sort of
presented as
siblings.
siblings, and they acted like siblings, but they're not actually siblings.
Yeah, it was like Alan latched onto Ronan and sort of the other way around as well.
Ronan's the
He was
younger
very
one.
attached. Mm-hmm.
Ronan's the girl,
Mm. Little baby.
and they disappeared. So Tal and I went to look for them,
Mm.
and we found a homeless man in the park who was crazy. And he told us that crows took them away.
Still one of my favorite NPCs.
That was amazing. I had so much fun with that. And Tal
Yeah,
was like, let's not talk to him, he's
too.
crazy. I was like, no, the crazy people know what's going on. Right, so, yeah, then Harmony almost died.
Mhm. Following the lead back to the tower full of Kenku
Yeah,
crow people.
yeah. But Mandus saved me, and I think that's when Harmony started just being like, Mandus, you're my savior, you're my hero. You know everything, you're awesome. And then he told her that he knew her grandmother, which was weird. But that
Yeah.
was later.
That might have come. in
That was
a
much
little
later.
But
But yeah, anyway. So then we went to the tower when you guys got back.
Mm. Yes.
We
Oh
killed a lot
yeah,
of
the
crows.
tower of them. There's so many.
Nasria flew because of wild magic.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Did I make her fly or did I levitate her?
It was the wild magic effect where you cast fly on a random creature.
So it was
nearby.
fly. It wasn't levitate. Yeah. So you were flying around killing crows.
Mm.
That was awesome.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and so then the Kenku revealed that Alan and Hunter had been, or not Alan and Hunter, Alan and Ronan had been sold to two different parties. Alan to the Ettercaps of the Darkbow Forest, and Ronan to the Cranstons for
Right.
various purposes.
Right. So we were gonna go straight after Alan, but then the blood moon happened. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that was kind of shit because we had Tal with us, who was apparently a lycanthrope. Who knew? So you weren't even the first time. We dealt with it before.
Did we get Thaddeus's lycanthropy in the?
It's way down there.
It's way
Yeah.
in? Okay, good.
It's like the second to last thing. Oh, 31 by the way, and we're on number 5, so just saying.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
okay.
it's cool. Yeah. So we did
So-
It was like you need to talk about taming because you understand it best.
It was essentially since Mandus's orphanage was basically a training center for blood hunters, which are this organization of like sort of like vigilante heroes who take in a little bit of darkness to then go and fight darkness. So Tal was then within that a rare breed of blood hunter that takes in lycanthrope blood. And so he had like were-tiger blood in him, and so then that awakened on a full moon, a blood moon, and there was a special ritual called the taming, in which basically people had to keep him busy while he wrestled with himself mentally. And
Yeah, we had to knock some sense into him.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Hunter was a crocodile, and he held his breath. I
Yes.
remember that.
He died because he held his breath too long.
No, I
You failed your
almost
con save.
suffocated it.
You failed your con save and started suffocating. Even though you were underwater. It's because he was stupid and wanted to hold his breath.
Yes.
that was all in like the
pretty much the worst
dream
crocodile.
plane, though.
That was the dream
That
world.
didn't happen
Yeah.
in reality. That was
That was
just in
Tal's dream.
Tal's
Tal-
mental space.
yeah,
He was
Tal-
fighting animal versions of each of the characters.
Tal dreamt that Hunter was dumb enough to suffocate while holding his breath. We forgot to mention that we ran into the eyes of the world on the way back from the tower, though.
That's true. That happened.
That was the
And
first
that's
time we
important.
ran into them, right? And they took something from us.
Yeah, Tal from Potix's laboratory, the Deep Gnome, had taken the plans for Warforged like Hunter, the blueprints, and then the Eyes of the World, this like group of shadowy, creepy, dark mages, snuck up on you guys in the middle of the street while you were all weak and sort of defenseless, and surrounded you and demanded that he return them. So.
Right. So that's how we figured out who the eyes of we learned about the eyes of the world, and then we started kind of digging or keeping an ear out for information about them after that.
And then we saved Alan from
Yep.
the giant spiders in the
Right.
spider cave, which was awful.
Right, because they infiltrated the Ettercap, so we went down into the Ettercap cave, and I just remember casting Firebolt a lot to burn away all of the webs as we traveled.
There was an episode called Burn It With Fire.
Burn it with fire.
Or Kill It With Fire, that's what it was.
Kill it with fire. Yeah, because I mean that's basically how I handled the situation.
Oh, and there's a dead body we found, and we still don't know how it died.
Right.
Was there? When?
That was when I was
going
wanted
to
plant.
that thing. Yeah, she was.
Oh,
a
yeah.
plant.
You guys never really investigated that. You just left the dead body in the woods.
I think
Yeah, we were like,
all
what's
of you
that?
guys-
Poke, poke, and then
Or
we just
all of you
walked
guys
away.
had like really bad investigations
Yeah,
for
yeah.
us.
We were
Right.
like, something
Tal-
killed her.
Tal actually took a minor magic item that I had created off of that body, but never investigated it.
No, I know. what
And
that
then he
body
left
was.
with it?
I know what the body was. I think I helped plan that session.
Oh, yeah, you did, you did. I remember.
Wait, did he ever use the item?
Nope.
Did he take it with him? And
Never figured out it was a magic item.
Oh my god.
That's like one of 3 items you guys are carrying that's magic and you don't know it.
That we were carrying?
Yeah. There's at least one other I know of.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure whose inventory it's in.
But wait, he didn't give us his stuff when he left. So
No, he
unless
didn't.
he
No, there's one other that I know one of you guys has. I can't remember who
Oh.
has it, but it's magic and you don't know it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these things were magic. Anyway, yeah, so
Saved
we
Alan.
saved Alan from the Ettercaps, and then we hatched a plan to save Ronan from the Cranstons, which involved going through the Shadowfell,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because apparently the orphanage is actually a front for guarding the portal.
Yeah, so the orphanage's true purpose is to guard a shadow crossing and prevent creatures from the Shadowfell from crossing into Ravenmoor. And you had to go through the Shadowfell because you guys were wanted in the city.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. For some reason.
Oh yeah. No, because Tal tricked us. No, not us.
No, this was all Tal's fault. We
He
can all
wanted to
agree
play
on
a
that.
prank.
We thought, like Aaron or something. Like the
The captain of
captain
the
of the
guard.
guard or something like
Yeah.
that.
Right. No, because Tal.
Oh yeah, I was
after
in the
rescuing
stocks. Nelzer was in
Yeah,
the stocks.
after rescuing
This was
Alan,
awful.
Tal wanted to rush him back to make sure that he got help quickly. So he and you were like double exhausted
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
all,
So it
all
was
your raging.
half movement.
Right. So we decided, Hunter and I decided to walk back with you, and Tal went ahead, and he told the guards that they could charge us to get in.
Yeah, I don't think he meant them to take it
Tax us
seriously.
or
but
something.
Toll.
Toll us.
Yeah.
Toll us. That's the word.
And then they did, and
And so they
we
tried.
escalated it.
They tried, and I wasn't about to give away my hard-earned cash. So I kind of used some magic on them, and then we stuck them in the city. But then soon after, we were pursued, and poor Nasria at half
Long story
speed.
short, I got put in the stocks. Everyone else got away. Got out of
Hey, but we
eventually.
came back and we rescued you the next day. You just had to spend the night in the stocks.
Mhm.
That's it.
So uncomfortable.
So you had to go through the Shadowfell, and that was horrible and awful and full of undead creatures.
Yeah, that was pretty shit.
And you got to this point where there was a castle, basically where Cranston Manor stood in the real world, because Shadowfell like mirrors the real world, and so that was your point for crossing back over. But then this like dragon-like shape leapt from the top of the castle and came hurtling down and bellowing something at Amanda's like, "You've come back at last!"
And we were like, GTFO!
Yeah, and then like as it landed with its thud, that's when you
Yeah,
pieced out.
yeah. We were like,
Uh,
nope, not dealing with that today. One big hard, nope.
Yep.
Snuck on into the manor, where you found.
Why
No
are
one
you
remembers.
pointing at me?
I was just like, someone take over.
We found
We
stuff
found
at the
there
manor.
was the lady,
Mhm.
Mrs. Cranston, and
Lady Alice
what's his face, Mr. Cranston.
Thomas Cranston and
Thomas
Alice
Cranston.
Cranston.
We're downstairs,
Right.
and then we found Mrs. Cranston upstairs too. And we were like, what?
The real Mrs. Cranston,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lady Cranston, was upstairs in bed having nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
And
She
her
had like
tiger thing or whatever
yeah.
it was.
It was Displacer Beast?
The Cranston's pet displacer beast.
That doesn't work. That's why I gave you the other smells. Yeah, so
And then
we
we
fought
killed it?
that thing, and we found Ronan,
Mhm.
who was older.
Yep, she had aged like 5 or 6 years
5
or
or
something
6
like
years.
that in like a couple days.
Yeah, which was concerning.
This is what I like to say. To cover up dogs barking.
And then what did we do next? We rescued Ronan,
Mm-hmm.
Rescued her, ran.
but I think
Back to
we
the
probably got
orphanage.
pursued.
Yeah, you did, and I remember the guards burned down the orphanage, but
Mhm.
luckily Mandus had the foresight to be like, yeah, they're gonna be angry about this, so he got everyone out of there.
Mm.
Yeah, and the orphanage burning was the catalyst for us going on a mad run and just killing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And by everyone, I mean the Cranstons and their lackeys.
Yeah. I forget how we got in the second time, but we did.
And summoning Charlie.
Oh,
So we'll get to Charlie.
Charlie was summoned, I think, on the way out the first time, though, wasn't he? Because we were trying to go over the back wall.
Yeah, he was. He
Oh
was.
yeah, Charlie the unicorn.
We weren't being as subtle the second time. I can't remember how we got in either. I feel like we just kind of charged in.
You suggested someone like you should take us to the Cranstons, and then he did it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think you pretended to be captives, and then you.
Yeah, you were like a
Oh,
wedding
yeah.
wedding planner. Like
That was
Well,
the
I
first time.
That was the first time I was an
Like a
event
forest or
planner for the party.
yeah, an event planner.
Or
and then we got
decoration.
in,
Interior
Then you
decoration. thing.
Mm.
and then
And then I shrunk.
you suggested them to take us to the hall, the meal hall.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
thing.
I just had us.
Yeah, and then you incinerated
I did. I
Thomas
fireballed
Cranston
Thomas Cranston
with a
without
fireball.
like shoot first, ask questions later was basically my philosophy.
Mhm.
And I remember Tal. I don't know if it was Tal or if it was James, but they were super pissed at me
And James was pretty pissed.
for taking away that kill. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought he'd have more HP
It was
than
like
that.
the enemy I built up for James, but
I know, and I fireballed him because I thought he'd have more HP than that. I thought it was gonna be a really hard fight, and he like died in 1 minute.
And then Vanessa got away. She looked up at the window.
Yeah, Vanessa, who was
That
I
was the
guess
fake Mrs. Cranston.
posing as
Mhm.
Lady Cranston,
Yeah.
While
And then
the
we
real
made our
Lady
escape
Cranston
and summoned
was sick.
Charlie.
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
She got away.
let's
and
pick up the
then-
pace.
Yeah,
Lady
we're
Cranston.
20 minutes in at the end of season
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Let's let
just
Ethan
go
take
right
it from
through. Here we go.
Alright. At that point, somewhere in there, you captured Lady Cranston as well, and there was
We took the real Lady Cranston back, and we took a mage that was working for the Eyes of the World back.
Mm.
Yep. And Lady Cranston, in the middle of the night, her soul got sucked out by some mysterious invisible force.
Ooh.
And I think Tal recognized what it was. Or do you
I think
recognize
Mandus had some
The
guesses.
symptoms or something. We knew,
Um,
but yeah.
I don't remember.
That wasn't, yeah.
Yeah,
that
I
happened.
forgot to mention that in the recap. But
That definitely happened.
And then you interrogated a mage, found out a little bit about the Eyes of the World. Not too much, though, because he was pretty secretive. And then you basically had
set
to...
up the... Go ahead.
You had to basically leave the town because everyone was wanted.
Yeah.
So as you were
But we
traveling
left it in
through...
good hands.
As you were traveling through the Darkbow Forest, you ran into a group of pixies who asked for help with some fairy dragons that had been attacking them. And the fairy dragons were then forced to... It turned out they had been forced to attack the pixies so the hags would lift a curse on their leader. And so the group took on the challenge of trying to deal with these hags and ended up in a conflict with the hag coven's leader, Mother Midnight.
This is
Oh,
the part.
Mother
This is
Midnight.
the part I remember.
Because you were
This is
here
where-
as a
yeah.
different
This is where
character.
I started playing for real. It was
Yeah.
like, but not with my current character. Yeah, we explored the weird hut that Mother Midnight and her coven of hags had, and we eventually found the hags and challenged them. And we thought we were doing tricksy, but actually we weren't. They had us pegged the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it usually goes.
Yeah. But we killed 2 of the 3 hags.
Mm.
But I think in the fight, Mother Midnight revealed that she had already eaten Ronan
Yep.
and had turned her into a hag, which is why she was aging so quickly.
Which means that the Ronin that we have isn't actually Ronin.
And then
So that's fun.
how did
She
the
also
amulet work?
revealed that Ronan was, because of how quickly she was aging, it was a sign that she would be an incredibly powerful
That's
hag.
right. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's trouble.
And then
There was that amulet
there was an amulet. And
thing that I guess was set up to be a trap for me, and it was like drawn to me, and it made my magic super intense and crazy, and it like attached itself to me, I think, because I failed some kind of a saving throw. But then I attuned to it, and now it like works for me instead of against me.
And
Because I couldn't get it off.
basically we had turned the tables on Mother Midnight, and she had to flee along with her house, which was weird because we were in the house at the time.
Yeah, and then we were like in the air. It was like
Yeah.
we glitched out of the house
Right.
and we were
She
like
had,
in the
she had
air.
this dollhouse, which
Yeah.
was actually a representation of the actual house.
Yeah.
And so at some point in the fight, it kept
Oh.
getting thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
And so you
Right,
all kept
right.
having
I
to like make
was that-
saves or fall
Right.
over.
I think that was Hunter playing with the house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
And she was just getting so mad because she wanted to take back the house, but she couldn't.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I was playing with the house. That's right.
Yeah. It's cool though. And then,
And then we
so we got
followed
our spoils from the
Hunter's memory trail.
fairy dragons, and we followed Hunter's memory trail to Northwest,
Northwood.
which was overrun by kobolds.
Mm. And we killed them. It was great.
But yeah, we ran them off, but then they came back with their leader, who was a green dragon.
And then we killed that.
A young
Green dragon.
young green dragon.
Young green dragon named Veritak.
Not
Very
young
bad,
anymore.
that's it.
He's dead.
He's-
Yeah, we killed him. We almost died in the process.
Yeah, he was one of the first green dragons, or one of the first dragons seen in the world in like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
or something.
And then-
And now he's dead.
That's real. Also terrifying
Also,
Hunter.
we
yeah.
had Seal, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Cial was there with her magic shop.
Oh
His
yeah.
their magic shop,
Mhm.
and so I conned them into teaching me how to make potions.
Mhm.
And by conned, I mean bartered.
And
Um,
Hunter
we
learned
also-
about his friend. When?
oh, that's right. Hunter
Yes.
Hunter
had
got some memories.
a few memories where he learned about a person he'd been
On the
traveling
locket.
with. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
In the locket, you saw your sister and mother, I believe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the locket.
But then you also had a memory that triggered that reminded you that you, before you were transformed into a warforged, you were traveling
There
with
we go.
a traveling companion
Yeah.
named Wen.
It's fine.
Right, when I got ambushed.
Yeah, and you didn't really know what his fate was.
Yeah, we still don't know. Except that, well,
Yeah,
his
we got
name came out
yeah.
up recently, but we'll get to that. So yeah, so I guess we decided to, because you had, what I want to know is what was the connection between Hunter's memories and the Elderhaven Reaches?
Hunter is originally from the Elderhaven.
Right. So we
Ah.
decided to go to the Elderhaven Reaches because of Hunter's memories.
Mm.
Because we were like, well, we don't know what else to do.
He also had a memory of figures in black shadowy cloaks basically attacking his village.
Right. So we were like, Eyes of the World.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And also Tal left.
Yeah, Tal, at this point, there was another full moon.
Well, I think Alan came to the village, right?
Mhm.
Alan
Oh,
came to
yeah.
Northwood and was like, Ronan's gone! Help me, you have to help me find. And then Tal ran off to look for her, and then there was a full moon, and then he just disappeared.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
He ran off with,
No, that's basically what happened.
yeah, like none of you
He's
know
like,
this.
he
but-
Well, he left a note.
That's right,
It was
he did.
like, I found some people. I'm
I
doing
found
my
someone
own
that
thing.
can help me.
He ran off with a full were-tiger
Yeah.
to
Ah.
learn more about that. So,
Yeah. So we were like, okay, cool. Peace.
see ya, bro.
See you, bro. See you, bro. And we continued on our way to, I don't know, on our way.
On your way to east, yeah.
Yeah.
To the Elder Haven regions.
Right. And on the road, we met
Some guy
That is-
some
who
asshole.
was just so good. Mr. Good Guy with a
Yeah,
sword.
he's awesome. We
So
like
good
him.
he's bad.
And he was initiating a curse on the town of Redwater,
Mm-hmm.
which turned out to be, skipping some stuff, we met this kid named Eli, who was the sign of this like holy bloodline that was keeping Redwater prosperous, but the curse was because of his sister Dahlia, who was the result of the forbidden union between the bloodline and what was Tadriel? Tadriel was
He was an angel, like a low-ranking
a
angel.
low-ranking angel who of
Diva, they're called.
But the
or
curse
Deva.
wasn't
Yeah.
because of their union.
no, it was like
Just 'cause
they
she was
produced
evil.
Dahlia, and Dahlia was like, oh well, I guess I'm a curse, and she really just leaned right into that.
Right.
Mhm.
But
And so she
This is
killed
my
her
thing
mother
now.
and like was going to try and kill Eli.
We
Yeah.
thought, I mean, at first we thought
And
it
she
was
killed
because
her
of
mom.
the union of
Yeah.
She totally killed her mom.
human and
She
angel.
did.
She
She
did.
did kill her mom.
It was awful.
That was when you had that big,
I
big
know.
shocking gasp.
She was just so brazen about it. It was
One
like, I killed my
One of
mom.
my proudest moments.
I know.
And mixed up in
But
that.
Eli is also, what I wanted to say is Eli is
Oh,
also
yeah.
son of
Mhm.
the angel
Yeah,
and
that's
the
right. We did
human.
find out about that.
So,
Oh, we
but
killed
he's
him.
not
We
cursed.
killed
Right.
the angel, right?
He killed
Thaddeus
the
killed the
Oh,
angel,
right.
like
Killed the
one-on-one.
You killed me.
Okay.
The only thing I
that
did
is
that
still
fight
the angel.
was I turned Dahlia into a snail
Yeah.
and I poured a potion down your throat,
Right,
and that's
right.
all I did in that fight.
Well, no, that's not true because the other thing you did in that fight was fall off a cliff.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
yeah, that's not something I did. That was something that was done to me.
That's
But, yeah.
actually important, and I don't know if it's in the notes, but like at the very bottom,
It is in the notes.
Oh, there was a creepy voice that
there
was
was a
like,
creepy
what do you
voice
want?
in the, deep under the
Yeah,
water.
Harmony and Eli had this kind of adventure underground.
We had our strange and awesome adventures.
And it said, when you need power. Not like if you need power, but when you need power, come to me and it's yours.
Oh.
So,
It was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Creepy as foretold, excuse me.
that was the little Alice in Wonderland session where I just kept getting
And there were
weirder
like
and
glowing
weirder.
mushrooms.
Oh
And
yeah.
there was like
That
a
was
spirit
super
dolphin.
Like a mushroom, yeah, a spirit
right.
dolphin and a mushroom person.
Yeah.
And we kind of were like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I just kept getting weirder and weirder.
And eventually they did get out of there.
Yeah, we
and
did.
on our way out of Red Haven, we were about to leave Red Haven. And then we had,
Redwater.
Redwater. Sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because we were leaving the Elder Haven Reaches,
Mhm.
but this vampire named Kay stopped us
Mhm.
and said, actually, you don't want to go that way.
Mm.
Because as the world have taken over everything out there, it might be better if you went to Ferindel instead.
Mm.
Start small.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, by
You're
the
like,
way.
thank you, friendly vampire.
And he was like, oh, by the way, I'm super
Yeah.
on their radar and I have something that they want. So here, take this cursed evil magic item
Yeah.
and just keep it safe.
Maybe I
And
can
we
shed
were
some
like,
light
okay.
here.
I mean, that's basically what happened.
Well, are we not telling it 100% accurate?
Well,
I
you're making it sound much more ridiculous. Though. He basically said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm the enemy of these guys. They're after these magic artifacts. It's one of their goals. They also are after powerful souls, was another thing he said. And so he said, they're basically already coming after me. You know, we're going to be in direct conflict. This will be safer with you.
Yeah.
Because you're not on their radar at all. You're nobodies to them at this point.
Mm.
And then he left you with the advice, if you do want to throw a wrench in their plans, the place to do it is the capital city, Ferindel.
Yeah. So we changed our destination from the Elder Haven Reaches to Ferindel.
Mhm.
And on the way there, we met up with a group of slavers.
Oh yeah, we did that, and that
Mhm.
was a big thing for Nasria for reasons.
For reasons that you can share with us.
Yeah.
I can.
Yes.
You can share
Oh.
with
With the
audience.
players and the
Hello,
audience.
viewers.
Yes.
Nasria was kidnapped by slavers as a young dwarf
Yes.
and forced to fight in the fighting pits. So she's really salty about orcs.
Very salty about
As
it.
she
So
should be.
She killed some orcs.
Yeah.
And then we found some orc ladies with long fingernails. And we were like, what's that about? And it turned out it was a religious thing. And then there was like this whole thing going on. And we went back to their normal camp, and they were all like, rah! There's some like
They were like, what?
rah! They're orcs! Because there was like pacifist-ish orcs, and then like the chains of Terra.
Yeah, so like the main
Evil
tribe of
slave.
orcs that inhabits the plains, the Great Plains of Ferindel, which was that area, have adapted sort of like pacifist ways in order to stay alive, because otherwise their tribe was dying too quickly. However, there was an ambassador from an organization called the Chains of Terra, which is the organization that enslaved Nasria originally. And his name was Pargu, and he had come to the tribe and was basically trying to merge them into the organization of the Chains of Terra, and so he killed their leader and basically took their leader's spot by right of combat. And then you guys came in and did the same thing.
I did, because Radiance was there,
Mhm.
and we had to save her. It was one of my friends from the tribe. She had been out hunting with me before the whole campaign started, and my wild magic went off and we got separated, and I thought she was dead, but she was actually alive, so I was very happy to see her. But yes, I disguised myself as the old orc leader,
Right. Come back from the dead.
come back from the dead, and we walked through the camp of like the clerics or whoever the priests, and I challenged the new leader to, what was it,
Morsel talk.
Morsel talk. I had Nasria begrudgingly teach me some Orcish just so I could challenge the leader to morsel talk. And I used the item that we got from Kay, which was a finger of death, and I turned him into my zombie slave.
And
With the help of Rook,
yeah,
we managed to beat him.
Rook did
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
yeah, we did that.
Rook.
Yeah, he
He was
was
a
just like,
Rook. He was there for moral support while Hunter and
Yeah,
Nasria
exactly.
baddies kind of just slaughtered
The
the rest of
shepherd,
the orcs.
the lonely
Yeah.
orc shepherd.
He also gave some like vital information
One
to
of those
inform your
orcs
decisions.
bit you though, huh?
That happened a little bit before
That happened-
the camp thing.
Yeah, when
And-
we got the message from
Yeah, a
Radiance
couple
in
of
the first
orcs
place.
who had very boorish countenances.
They were boorish.
Yeah,
A couple of really boorish orcs.
right. And one of them bit Thaddeus, and then that came back to haunt us when we took a boat. Well, that's getting
Well,
ahead of
it
ourselves.
was actually beneficial because
Oh yeah,
during the war against the orcs, you were like taking no damage.
yeah. All their swords were like bouncing off of Thaddeus's like
And you're-
hard skin.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was great. I don't see a downside.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we finally got to West Shore.
Wait,
Wait,
but
I
you
got
found
a
something.
cool weapon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Orc splitter.
Splitter, right?
And I split orcs with it, and it tells you what to do sometimes.
She can't remember its real name because she just wants to call it Henry.
She wants to
II.
call it
It's
Henry
Henry
2.0.
H2O. Henry 2 Orc Splitter.
Come on, it worked so well. But yes, then we continued on our way after that. Radiance told me that my mother had been deposed?
Deposed.
Dethroned? One of the two? Because people were angry at the wild magic,
Mhm.
I think. And my other friend had gone back to the tribe and was saved, which was cool, but also awful because she's kind of really pissed. And so that was fun that I
Yeah.
got that news.
That was really sad for Harmony, but things went much better for her in West Shore.
Yeah.
When
You know
I got
what
stabbed in the
didn't
back,
happen?
literally,
And right through the heart.
right through the heart, one shot down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
One
happened.
of my favorite moments of the game. I'm not even exaggerating.
No, and this is great because it was Vanessa come back, disguised herself as a beggar, and it was the one time Harmony's like, yeah, I'll give you some money. The whole other rest of the campaign, she hadn't given any money, and now she's like, I'll give you some money because who knows, maybe the GM will reward me in some way.
Thanks.
And then I got
Words with
stabbed
her.
in the back.
Stabbed through the heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't anticipating that you'd actually give her money, and so the stab was going to be like, oh, did she just get stabbed because she didn't give her money? So then you gave money, and then you got stabbed. So
And then it was really funny.
Then it was funny because because of all that. But that was fun. So
and
it was Vanessa.
It was Vanessa who was Thomas Cranston's lover back in
Apparently.
Ravenmore.
Yeah. So she was getting
The side
revenge for
girl.
me,
Yeah.
like frying up her lover,
Mm-hmm.
which is fair. I don't blame her for that. I would have done the same thing.
But unfortunately
Is she
for
dead?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
She
you
died.
guys
we killed her.
murderized
She
her
died
pretty
pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
and
died
Hunter
with
took her
us.
sword. Her rapier wounding.
Oh yeah, I took that.
You left her body like
Still have
naked
it.
in the streets.
Yeah, you also undressed her in the middle of the street.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because he wanted her
Yeah, I
cool
did that
cloak, so he just undressed her, and then we were like, guys, let's get out of here.
She had magic
We-
armor
I was
and a magic
like,
sword,
hey,
and he
this
wanted them
is
both. So
magic. I'm like,
Okay.
alright.
That's cool. It's okay. And then you got a
we are
message from
awful.
one of the guards.
Right, the guards who showed up on the scene after all the fighting was done.
Yeah.
Was like, hey, aren't you Thaddeus? Your father, like
Hammerlock.
Baron Hammerlock, has been waiting for you or been looking for you. He's in Ferindel now.
do you remember your father's name?
No.
It hasn't come up yet.
Lucavis
But I know your father's name.
That's fair.
It's Baron Lucavis Hammerlock.
Hammerlock. Yeah, so I was like, hey, let's get a boat and we'll go across this big heart lake, which is not a lake, it's a sea. And we will charge it all to your daddy's credit card.
That all worked out.
And it all worked out.
Yeah.
Except for the part in the middle of the ocean when Thaddeus turned into a werewolf.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah,
And
that
then
was
we had to
great.
fight.
But like I said, we have experience dealing with lycanthropes.
And then we had to fight a storm god.
I put you in an
Or
iron
the Knights of
cage.
the World, who themselves were draining the power from the storm god.
Right. Well, we didn't have to fight the storm god
That's true.
itself. We were fighting the eyes and the
It was a big fight. Everyone was involved.
except me, who wasn't actually
That's
here.
true.
But Harmony was just throwing spells at people. That was cool. So that happened.
But they got their way. It seemed like they did drain all the storm god's power out.
Yep.
Apparently, maybe to
Unfortunately.
fuel some more warforged, but we don't really know.
We don't know
they're
what they
doing.
wanted it for.
They're harnessing.
But they're harnessing
witches.
powers of strong things, from what I
Yeah.
can understand.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Mhm.
And that's where we left off.
Yeah.
30 minutes later.
Yeah. So we will pick up right there on the boat, right after you get back to the boat from dealing with the storm giant, who is sort of like a storm deity to the local people.
Voltus.
Voltus, yep. You guys make your way back onto the boat, and then what was the captain's name? I believe it's Captain Proudbow, captain of the SS Proudbow.
That sounds right.
I should have reviewed my notes before this.
It's cool.
Wait,
Pretty
didn't
much
last
everyone
time
there.
You left off with the description of the city.
Right,
yeah,
but we're
there's-
backing up a little
There's
bit.
something
Oh.
that Kay wants to
I
do.
wasn't here for the last episode, and there's a scene that I wanted to do, so we're backing up a little bit. that
So
we can
everyone
do it.
pretty much welcomes you up onto the boat, and the storm is starting to like dissipate and clear out, and the skies are starting to clear, and it's starting to return to, I believe it was nighttime, so it's sort of like a clear moonlit night, just after the full moon, so the moon is still rather bright in the sky. And after probably about an hour of like recounting the story of what happened on the island, because all of the crew members want to hear it, and they keep interrupting you like, what was that? Go back, say again, that sort of thing. You finally get a moment's peace to yourself.
Harmony would be telling with great bravado and great gusto to the entire group. But anyway, I'm gonna walk up to Thaddeus. How hurt were you? Do you remember?
I don't think he got real hurt because a lot of people were going after Hunter instead. The thing I erased before the session started was he was at like 67 HP.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I think Harmony got more hurt than he did.
Yeah,
She
Harmony
wasn't even there.
went down, I think,
Yeah.
at one point.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Had to lay on the OC. But yeah, he wouldn't be that hurt. He's got some cuts in his arms. He's got a couple wounds on his
You got a
face.
couple scratches. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after the whole like storytelling fiasco is over, I'll come over and I'll sit down next to you, and I'll look at you.
It was a rough day, huh?
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, I think one of those swords got me. At one point, this is a dagger or something.
So swords cut you now?
Well, I didn't think it would be good to waste time. Once I didn't tell you about the blessing I got from the sign or the dream,
No.
and Thaddeus would tell Harmony because I don't think he told anybody else.
No, I don't think you told anybody because it happened right before the storm, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we got woken up.
Right. What are you doing, George? Yeah, he'll tell her all about the dream he had with Asana and how she explained to him that like what the curse was not a punishment from her. It's just like a thing that happened, and that he'd been praying fervently for a release from the curse, and she was ready to grant that to him now, and so on and so forth. So if she was ready to grant that to me, I saw no reason to waste time in casting the spell.
So
I removed the curse.
you're not gonna like freak out the next time there's a full moon. We're not gonna have to put you in another iron cage.
Shouldn't, no.
Well, then I guess it's time that you carried this, and I hand you the finger.
Give him the finger.
I give him the finger.
And Thaddeus takes it. He's like, thank you.
Don't ever say I'm not one to keep my own promises.
I think I did say that, but sure. I won't in the future.
I didn't say
I
take it back. I said don't ever
promise.
say.
You too.
I get up and I walk away.
Okay. There's
Flicking my tail.
not really anywhere to go because you're all on this boat together.
Yeah.
But
I'm just to the other side of the boat,
Yeah.
flicking my tail like an angry cat as I walk off.
as you walk over there,
Everyone just shakes his head.
Captain Proudbow like slaps you on the back and like commends you again for your behavior
Yeah.
during the fight.
Oh, that's gonna be Bruce.
And we give Hunter a look like, what are we gonna do about those two?
Kids these days.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
We can fast
Then
forward now.
with that, a few days later,
I think it's probably good to actually reestablish the scene.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay, cool.
You say a few days.
yeah, I think it was about a day or so later that you made land. Actually,
We can make land now? We should just do that all.
I mean, I have
you don't
creations.
they say that like make land is to land a boat, right? I'm not wrong. Am I crazy?
It's our job to make you second guess yourself.
I'm not wrong though, right?
No,
People say
you're
that?
right. You're right. Go ahead.
Um, yeah, and then after that, you make your way through the port town and the outlying farm villages that surround the capital city. But even from a distance, you can see the great city from the moment you disembark the SS Proudbow. The city of Ferindel is truly a sight to behold. While some cities expand their boundaries outward as they grow, it seems as if Ferindel expanded vertically instead because of the rocky outcroppings that surround it on all sides. You can see the thick ancient stone walls that formed its original defenses and the base of the structure. They stretch for miles, making it the biggest city you've encountered on your journey by far, even if it had not been developed vertically the way it has been. Several layers of similarly tall stone walls, two more layers of similarly tall stone walls have been built upon the originals, accumulating in a series of heavy metal walls forming the most recently added layers at the very top. From the outside, the city appears almost to be a massive, multi-layered tower that reaches hundreds of feet towards the heavens. The road leading up to the city leads up to an impressive wrought iron gate with a series of portcullises. They're all open and allow passage inside to all visitors. As you step into the capital city proper, you are greeted by a sight of true modern wonder. Metallic vehicles are pulled forward along their routes without the aid of horses, and they drive down the streets in orderly lanes. Speakers outside the storefronts play music and advertisements to invite customers in, and the streets, though dark due to the nearly cavern-like appearance created by the crisscrossing streets and byways of the layers added above, are lit by streetlights with electric bulbs. Though the architecture of the buildings on the first and second levels, and you're coming in actually on the second level, there's sort of like a ramp that leads up to these portcullises. Though the architecture of the buildings on this level is still very medieval in its construction, even the simplest of homesteads within the city limits shows signs of modern innovation, such as brass pipes that whistle and release steam at regular intervals. And this city you find yourselves in is Ferindel, the capital of Ferindel, a city that has stood the test of time and is launching the world of Elendal into a new age of innovation and discovery. And that's where we left off last time. So, as you stand sort of in the center of this portcullis entering the city, and you see all these modern innovations in front of you, you can hear the sound of music blaring from a couple storefronts that are like right at the entrance, and you can hear the honking of these loud, obnoxious horns coming from these metallic vehicles. There's a couple that are sort of sitting by the entrance, and as You come into the city. One of them sort of a person steps out from a door inside of one of them, and sort of like waves at you and says, new travelers over here. I got your taxi right here." He's just sort of like waving at you.
What's a taxi?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Wait, you're the one that's been here before.
It was not like this last time.
Looking for a taxi? And then as he's waving, another person comes and hops in the side, and he's like, he closes his door immediately and drives off.
I haven't been here for 8 years at least.
I can't believe it's changed so much in 8
Things
years.
have changed.
What was it like when you were here?
Last time you were
quieter, for one thing.
here, there was about like one less layer. So like that top metallic layer of walls hadn't been added yet. It was just the 3 layers of stone walls.
Yeah. And Titus is like, think, because they've told them all about, like, what's the biggest city they went to? Would it be Ravenmore? Or would it, think Ravenmore, just more people
Okay,
was what it used to be like.
but now, what manner of beasts are those? And point to the horseless carriages. I don't see a face on them. Looks like they're breathing though.
Can I
Breathing
do a
smoke?
check for a pub or tavern nearby?
Just right here in the entranceway?
just
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
look
Roll a
around.
perception check.
Okay.
As you guys, are you going to just start walking into the city and taking
Yeah.
it all in?
I'm
21.
gonna walk up to that guy.
But he drove
He
off
drove
with
off.
another
He drove
person.
off. Oh, he
But
was-
there's like 3 or 4 other people
Okay.
standing in front of cars and waving and shouting, "Looking for a taxi right here!"
What is a taxi? Explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
Ah, newcomer. Never been to the city before? Makes sense. That's fine. I'll explain. These
No, I've been to Ferindel.
Well.
This is not Ferindel. What is
Not
this?
recently, apparently. These vehicles here, these are taxis.
Uh-huh.
You hop in. I'll take you where you want to go. You tell me where you want to go. I'll take you there. You pay me.
But how does it move if there's no horse?
The modern wonders of Thimblefoot Enterprises, young lady. Welcome to the city. You going somewhere? I'll take you. If not,
How much?
Does it talk? Is it like him? And I point to Hunter.
and he sort
Say
of looks
hello,
at Hunter. Is that a Thimblefoot?
Hello.
Is that one of Thimblefoot's?
Uh,
Never seen it before. Interesting. No, they don't talk.
Well, that's boring. Why not?
It's a vehicle. It's
Well, then how
not-
are they gonna
Would
tell
you want
you-
your carriage to talk to you? That doesn't make any sense. Are you
Fair
getting in or not? Because I see other people coming
How
in.
much?
Depends on where you're going.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Let's see. We're on the 2nd layer. There's one just a couple streets over if you want.
Alright,
Take just a couple
just
couple
take
copper
me there.
pieces.
Nearest tavern.
Take me there.
Promise.
I
You
don't know
got it.
about all of you, but I need a drink.
That sounds good to me.
Then he sort of like opens the door and ushers you all in quickly.
Alright.
Um,
I'm just like,
Everything's moving too fast.
can he fit?
Can he
Hunter
fit?
can, yeah, he's a little like hunched in there, like, but he fits. And he then like turns something at the front, and there's a roar as the vehicle sort of leaps into life and it rumbles.
We all just
And it's like, think super old like original cars, like
Yeah, yeah.
Model T.
Oh, right.
So it's like it's rattling and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like nowhere near modern.
I
But
think it
That
is
is-
talking.
Oh dear
His
God,
hands
what are you
clasped to
doing?
his sword.
Where are you taking us?
in fact, he probably actually had to in the front like crank it a bit to get it going. And then he takes off down a couple streets. He merges into one of these orderly lanes, follows another taxi. Then he diverts down a side street and down another street. And then he pulls up in front of a dusty-looking place with a sign hanging out front that says the Dusty Bottle.
And it looks dusty too.
I mean, it's sort of like, it's still this medieval construction on this layer. And he sort of like opens the door and he says, "That's all right, 2nd layer, Dusty Bottle. Here you go, closest tavern.
Thank you.
That'll be 3 coppers for the ride."
Alright.
That's cheap.
Yeah, I'll spend the
Go on,
3
pay
coppers.
up.
Okay.
That's all the coppers that I do.
He looks at it and then he sort of like is still holding his hand out, like just giving you a little bit of a look.
Did you only give me 2 copper?
I thought it was 3, right?
Yeah, and he like slowly closes it, and he just like gets back in his car and he's muttering to himself.
Harmony just goes, okay, let's go.
Um, And yeah, you find yourself in front of this old medieval-looking tavern. There's like a street light right out front of it that's kind of flickering, and it's these electric bulbs. And this whole layer of the city has kind of like I said, like a cavern-like appearance to it, in that most of it is dark. There's parts above where, between the crisscrossing of the streets of the layers above, you can still see the sun and the sky
I
coming
was
through a
about to
little
ask,
bit.
is it so built up? Is it like a ceiling?
In places.
Okay.
But in other places it's open, and then in some places it's just like crisscrossed over. So there are places where you can see the sky even coming through on this second layer up. But for the most part, it's kind of got this cavern-like appearance. And it's like as if a cavern has just been a town has been engulfed by a cavern.
Well, if we're not gonna be able to see the sun, I'd rather be indoors where it feels more natural.
It was evening.
What are you here?
This is
very
cool.
nice. Nice and dark.
I want to climb things.
Okay, Nazria heads right in to the bar. And
Okay.
she's going to order a beer.
A little bell rings as you open up the door, and you can see, like, sitting behind the tavern counter, there's an old man, and he's like leaning on his wrist, and he's like kind of snoring gently. But as you open up the door and the bell rings, he goes, "Ah!" and he sort of jerks awake. Let me find my notes on this tavern here.
Open.
And he's very old, and he says, Yes, come in. Welcome to the Dusty Bottle. What can I get for you?
And I want your largest alcoholic beverage, if you please.
Okay, one alcoholic beverage coming up. Anything for you, sir?
Ooh, this guy's racing.
Excuse me?
I'm unfamiliar with... This is going to sound horrible. I'm going to stop talking now. Anything for you?
No,
No, okay. For you, sir.
not anymore.
I'll have a glass of wine.
I'm trying to find some good music for this. Hold on a sec.
Tavern music, upscale government.
I only have like lively tavern, but I don't
Taking
have.
like piano tunes.
As you sort of look around the tavern as he's gone to fetch your largest ale and your glass of wine, what you see is it's sort of very stereotypical of a medieval tavern you've been in other towns you've been through, in that it has sort of like a main room with a bar, and then stools at the bar, and then there's tables out to the sides and filling the room. Except for the majority of the tables and the stools at the bar seem like they're rather like covered in dust. And then you'll notice once you get to the bar, there's one or two stools that like have very clearly seen more use than others. And as you glance about the room, you see one or two other patrons in here, maybe four tops. And they're each sitting at one of these sort of more well-used spaces, these like pockets in the dust.
How is it lit in here? Is it candles or is it more like glow lights?
It's sort of like very, very dim bulbs, electric bulbs, but it's like they're dangling from the ceiling, like on cords. It's not like they're fixed into the ceiling. There's just lights dangling. And as you look at the bulbs, you see that actually the light fixture itself has been put into a bottle to sort of like somehow spruce up the motif of the tavern.
Even in here, we can't escape this.
What?
Whatever happened to candles?
Well, I mean, candles run out.
Lanterns, then. Oil.
Oil runs out too. Look at that. I don't
I'd
see
rather
any
not.
source of fuel. It's amazing. It's like magic. And there's a
Is
form
it
of
magic?
magic.
Is it magic?
I don't think so.
Does Harmony have detect magic?
I do. Well, I have a wand that has detect
Okay.
magic.
I think that's what that is getting at when we ask, is it magic?
Do you want to use my wand?
Big.
Why
Um,
I just can't remember if your wand is like your amulet and has problems.
No. I've got a wand. It's not this. It's this.
Oh.
It's not. I mean, it's just a wand. Like it never gives me problems when I cast detect magic.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm curious.
I'll cast detect magic.
Okay.
With my wand.
Nothing there's no magic glow that emanates from the bulbs themselves that hang from the ceiling. There's nothing from behind the bar or anywhere you can see in this vicinity, except as you sort of glance around at the patrons of the tavern. You notice there is one patron sort of in the corner, and Nazria, make me a perception check real quick as well.
First roll of the night.
8.
8. No. All right, you're still at the bar waiting for your mug of ale, but you notice that there's one patron sitting in the corner who's sort of drinking out of this very ornate bottle. It's just got these curved gold edges that go around it up to the top and things like that. But he's in the very far corner. He's and he has, the reason you notice him with detect magic is because he has several rings on his fingers that you can see that glisten with magic, as well as he has what looks like a scimitar at his waist, which glistens with a powerful magic. He just seems to have several of these magic items on him. And as you sort of look at him, he's got very dark skin and completely bald head, and he's not really wearing a shirt to speak of. He's just bare-chested, and he's well-muscled, abs, pecs, just bulging for all to see. And he's just sitting there in the corner drinking his bottle.
So I'll say to Thaddeus, well, those aren't magical, and that guy's covered in it. And I don't just mean his physique.
Ayo.
Well, that's interesting. Good to know on both counts, I guess.
His sword, his
I
jewelry,
don't want to hear about
so shiny, so shiny. What shiny? Not that sword.
That guy?
Gross.
Nazir points very obviously.
Yeah.
You know that guy right there?
Yeah,
As
look
you-
at that cool sword.
Why isn't he wearing a shirt? Is that allowed here?
I mean, if I
As
had
you
muscles
guys are
like that,
pointing
I
at
would
him and
really
looking at him, he looks up.
What's he doing? Put on a shirt, mate.
So
family joint, am I right?
Harmony's going to cast invisibility on herself.
Okay.
any tavern Nazria is in becomes a rowdy tavern.
Yes.
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 I am the rowdiness. That's me.
He
Yeah.
looks up,
I'm
and
gonna cast
as he
invisibility.
glances at the group of you, sort of making
Oh.
jest at his appearance, his glance passes over Thaddeus, disinterested. Harmony,
Invisible.
disinterested. Oh, well, yeah, it's
Invisible.
true. But before he went invisible, it was just disinterested. Hunter, disinterested. But then, as his eyes finally come to Nazria, right as the old man brings you your massive tank of ale, and it's literally a tankard this big,
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
verging on miniature barrel size.
Do you really need all of that for your religious ceremony?
Do you really need to ask?
Completely invisible.
So I get my
Says,
tankard.
hey, she doesn't question your religious practices.
Mm-hmm.
I ask out of curiosity, not.
Speaking of
Judge.
which, if we're being curious, I'm going to reach into your bag and pull out one of those books and say, do you need this for your religious
That
practices?
has nothing to do with anything.
Which one was it?
I have to find.
Should I
the
roll for
card.
it? How many books do you have?
Several.
How many d8s should I roll?
I don't know. You can probably just pick one from the list. Or find the
Here we
list.
go.
There it is. Number 7.
Gosh. I crossed some of these out.
Because you sold them.
I could have sold them. Let's just say you picked that Moonlit Majesty.
Moonlit Majesty. How appropriate.
Yeah.
Do you need this for your religion? And this is just a book floating around.
Not too bad. Stuff.
So while that's happening,
Yep.
Next chapter.
while this is happening, the man's eyes alight on Nazria, and you can see just one eyebrow goes up. And then he sort of sits back in his chair and just sort of looks at you. And Nazria didn't notice him initially. She's sort of absorbed in the spear, but you guys see that he's just sort of like watching Nazria.
I don't know that we do. I feel like
Hunter,
Maybe
you would
Hunter
notice then that this man is just sort of like watching Nazria.
Silence.
Is he there?
I'm just
Is
drinking
this
my beer.
audio on?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Say something every once in a
Something
while.
else. I have to change audio settings a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I think that when you pull the book out, I think I would probably put the pieces together from when we were in that port town and kind of spying on him. Oh, what was actually going on? I'm like,
While we're being curious.
Okay, so I don't notice this guy. Or do
Nope.
I? No.
You notice.
But Hunter does.
Yeah,
Well,
Hunter
I pointed him
notices.
out too,
Yeah.
and then I started making fun of, because we saw him looking at us, and that's when I went invisible.
Well,
And
he
that's
looked-
when your
yeah.
beer came.
And then the bell rings and another patron walks in and they walk straight to an unopened like one of those well-used spots and they sit down. And the old man sort of goes over there and the patron says, Nigel, I'll have the usual and make it quick as you can. I've got to get out of here quick." And Nigel, the old man, goes, "All right, I'm on it," and he shovels back towards the kitchen.
I really want to be mischievous. I'm,
But has
I'm
ever
trying to.
stopped you?
I'm trying to behave today, but I really want to be mischievous.
Just drink my beer.
I think finally, I just wrestled the book away and eventually noticed.
He did bring your wine too, by the way.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys are drinking your wine, I'm gonna get up and wander around.
Does the guy stop looking at Nazria at any point?
I would probably look back at him anyway because I'm the one that noticed he was wearing
Yeah.
magic stuff.
You're also invisible.
I'm invisible,
Yeah.
so I'd like to get closer to him.
Let me just
That is
Drink my
doesn't
beer.
know that's happening.
Nope.
And it's like, "Can I help you, friend?" He calls across the bar.
hold on a second.
Now see it. Now you're just drinking.
Harmony,
rose.
roll a stealth check at advantage as you get close to him.
Not bad, not bad. 16.
Um,
Plus 2.
As far as you can tell, his attention was not diverted from Nazria at all, and you're able to get right up close to him. You were calling across the bar. What did you say?
"Can I help you, friend?"
And he says, "I would be very interested in speaking to your dwarven friend."
He joins at the table.
He gets up slowly, and all of the jewelry that he is adorned with on, and as he stands up, you notice he has various jewelry that adorns the belt of his very baggy pants.
Anything that looks like it could be taken off really easily without him noticing.
Probably not really easily, but it could be taken off. And it looks very opulent and.
If it's shiny, I want it.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. We need different music.
This is turning into that other kind of tavern.
Yeah.
Tavern brawl.
He begins to stride over towards the table, and if you're going to try and lift something off of him, he's got basically a couple of gold chains that hang down to the sides of his pants. If you want to try and lift
But I
one
can
of
still
those,
see what's magical, right?
yes.
Detect magic still.
Most of the magic is concentrated around his scimitar,
Mhm.
as well as the rings on his fingers, and also a necklace around his neck.
I don't think I'd be able to lift the necklace without him noticing, though.
But he is wearing other various jewelry besides the magic stuff. Like I mentioned, those chains that
Yeah,
dangle down.
I'll try to lift a chain because
Okay.
it's shiny.
Roll a sleight of hand check at advantage. That's it.
I got that.
Yeah, that was wrong.
It was their roll. Yeah.
Oh man,
All right.
it's pretty good.
21.
21. Okay. You basically, as he's starting to move, you match your stride with his, and you manage to just work your way up the chain, sort of swaying it with his stride as he walks across the room. click, unclick the chain, the top of the chain, pull it back, and click off the back as well. Really
Pocket
quickly.
it really quickly.
Pocket it. That you guys can. No, none of you have passive perception high enough really to notice this. You're
Yeah.
focused more on the hulking mass of this man as he's striding across the room towards you, and he sits down at the table where you've come to sit down, directly across from Nazria. And he
He's
looks
now, like,
you.
3/4 through her beer, so she's all like,
He looks you in the eye and he says, "Your brand."
what?
Uh-oh.
Should we not make introductions first? Nazria Greyhill, this is...
I am Ozma.
Oh, it's not. This is Nazria Greyhill. Thaddeus Hammerlock. Sorry, Thaddeus Hammerlock. This is Hunter. Harmony has got to somewhere.
Yes, where is that one? She's turning invisible. It doesn't.
Hey, Ethan,
Mm-hmm.
is this a human man?
He looks, yes, for all intents and purposes, he looks very human. He's got very, very dark skin, and most of the people around here are a little bit fairer. So he's clearly not from here, but he's a human from somewhere else in the world.
So Nazriel's bristling. She's like, better choose your next words carefully, friends.
I have
Shirtless one.
one, two, and he turns his shoulder and he shows you a chain brand.
Oh!
Not a tattoo, but a brand,
Eh.
which is important because the members of the chains get the chain tattooed on them,
But he's
whereas
got
the slaves get the brand.
the...
But yours is incomplete. You struggled.
Of course I did. Why didn't you?
I'll walk up to Thaddeus at this point and whisper, "Did you know that it was a brand?" Still invisible. Whispering it at you. I never all this time and I thought it was just a scar.
Is this a whisper or a message? Do you have a
It's-
message?
I do have message, but it's just a whisper.
Okay.
Because I'm invisible.
That's right.
I'm like literally standing right
Yeah,
behind you.
God, don't stop, please.
So what was your name again?
Ozma.
I feel like this is how we
Ozma?
Ozma.
Ozma? Ozmat?
Ozma.
Ozma? Alright.
He's just sort of like brooding a little bit.
What is happening?
He
Finish.
takes another sip of his drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my barrel of beer. One more! I can't.
Right on it! And like, Nigel is just bringing out the
Imagine
dish.
he's like tottering under its weight.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He's just bringing out like the dish for the other patron that just walked in, and now then he goes shuffling back to the kitchen to. He takes your glass and goes to get another one.
So what do you want, Asmat?
Ozma.
Ozma.
It has been my fate for
Is his
many.
name Asthma or Hazmat?
Ozma. A-A-S-M-A. Ozma.
I spelled it O-Z-M-A.
Hmm.
Like the
Ozma.
DJ.
Yeah, I love him.
It has been my fate for many years to be captive of one master or another. And
Does
I
he get
know
winded when he runs too much?
you don't know. You haven't seen him run.
It's true.
You just don't know. It's possible. Though.
I know this is supposed to be serious. Okay, one master another. So, who's your master now?
Now I am nearly free.
Nearly.
Nearly.
What's keeping you? I don't see any masters.
Powerful magic.
Oh. All
That's
right.
none of your concern.
Yeah.
All I want from you, should you be willing to partake, is a friendly night of conversation with one who understands what it is to be captive. These ones don't understand. He like looks at each one of you.
Not me.
That is shrugs.
Their
Yeah.
souls are free.
Can't say
Ours
really.
are not.
Sorry, mate. I left that behind me. Glug, 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 glug.
So long as that brand remains on your face,
You stop talking right now.
it is part of you.
You
As it is
don't
part
know
of
me. You don't know me. You're not my real dad. Sorry. She didn't say that. That was just me.
Um,
She only half dwarf?
and then then he sort of sizes you up a little bit. He says, "Yes, I do think I know you, but you are special. That weapon on your back, it proves it.
Thing, you mean? This!
Yes."
Pulls out orc splitter. Is that what he's talking about?
Harmony dodges.
Knocks
Knocks over a table.
She's like a little bit tipsy, so she's not like
Well, I'm also
super.
invisible.
Also, you can't see.
You don't know where I am.
Oh yeah, that's
I can't trip over a chair and fall.
To have taken such a powerful artifact from the chains.
How do you know
No
this was
mere
the
feat.
chains?
The last time I saw it, it was in the hands of an orc named Pargo.
He's dead now.
I killed him.
You know, the world is better for it.
Floating voice.
So where are your masters? I don't see them in here.
He resides in a tower within the city.
Cool. So what's keeping you? Oh, the magic.
Powerful
Yeah.
magic.
Yes. Asthma. Yes. Oh.
Can't you do something about canceling something magic?
I'm speaking from the other side of you. What are you talking about? What's coming from that side? I can't remove magic. No.
Thought it was worth a try.
So
I've heard of some casters who can do it.
Yeah, but I can't.
So
I
what's
can
a
barely-
conversation with me gonna do to help you as well?
Few understand me, as I assume few understand you. Wouldn't it just be nice to be able to speak with someone who understands?
Oh, it would be nice. And he's so handsome. Oh,
He's very handsome.
This is Nostria's internal monologue. Oh, he's so handsome.
On your side. Sorry.
And he sort of finishes off his bottle and then like holds up his hand, and the old man begins to shuffle around some more and brings him another one along with your massive beer that he's just like
Can I
tottering
pick up
under.
the old bottle if he's done with it? Just put it back on the table. I want to see what it is. 'Cause it's
You want to just like sniff it, or
Yeah, I
maybe
pick
the
it up and I
bottle
look at it and I sniff it. And
Make just a straight intelligence check.
That's
Unless
not so good.
you're proficient with alcoholic supplies. I don't know.
No, 12.
It has a really strong alcoholic smell at the brim. You can't tell, like it's like vodka levels or higher. You know, it's very strong. But you can't place what specific alcohol it would be. It's got sort of like a spicy scent to it that makes it seem, well, at least very like rare or exotic to a degree. The bottle itself. What did you roll? It was really low, right?
12.
12?
Really low. Thanks.
Eh.
What was it, 12?
The bottle itself is made of some sort of glass, and it looks as if it's been painted with this goldish color to give it a fancy appearance, but it's not necessarily actually gold.
Okay, I'll put it. I was just curious because it was shiny.
As you were lifting up the bottle, though, you feel a hand clap on your shoulder. You should sit down with us as well. And he sort of pushes you down into a seat.
Can I, like, acrobatics dodge,
Yeah.
slip out of the
Yeah,
way?
go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
Tides of Cancer.
really? This?
The same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
2 twice.
Yeah, and I'm not great at acrobatics, so
Cool. Now
4.
He had a 14. So with
That's the point.
pure strength, he just like forces you down into a seat, invisible next to him, and he keeps his hand on your shoulder, just so I know where you are. And then he reaches his hand into like a pouch that is at his side. Are you a fan of the games of chance, my friend?
You have my interests.
And he rolls out a set of dice of varying sizes and shapes.
Oh, that's a nice one right there.
Mhm.
Ooh.
They look to be made of. They look to be carved from very, very pure and very clear emeralds.
Damn, you're doing pretty well for what you are. So
he
what-
says, "Do you have a set of dice such as these?"
Oh, I have a well, not such as those, but I'll pull out the dice that Hunter carved for me.
Okay.
Are these some bone dice?
Mm-hmm.
Whose bones are those?
A little bit of pride brimmers within Hunter. It's like, my finest creation.
What kind of bones were they that you made?
I think I rolled a natural 20 on those.
Do you remember what kind of
What
bones
do you
they
make them
were?
out of? Do you remember?
Whose bones were those?
What did we make
Oh,
those?
sorry. The sound's kind of cutting out. Those were. I remember when I made them, they were in that cave when we found Eli and stuff.
Oh yeah, we were
I
watching
don't remember the
Dahlia.
kind of bones they were, though.
I don't remember
Yeah.
what kind of bones they were either,
I have
unfortunately.
to think. I can look at my notes, though. I'll get back to you.
Okay, it's not a big deal. I'm just curious.
I was just wondering if they were orc bones.
Oh, that would be good.
I don't think they were orc bones.
It would have been something that we had killed, right?
And we
Yeah.
killed a lot.
I don't think they were dragon bones either.
But
Yeah, I still have some dragon stuff too.
We were
Mm.
in Redwater.
He pulls out this set of dice, and there's one you can see that has 20 sides, one has 8,
Ooh.
one has 6, and one has 4.
That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
6. I have all of these.
Oh,
So-
and actually one has a 10 as well. So it's one of each of the set that you have.
Oh, nice. That's this one. Okay.
And he says, "Let me teach you a game from my country."
Cool. All
He's
right.
still holding me.
Yes, with one hand, he's just holding you down.
We'll start
What are we playing for, friends?
But first we play to learn the rules,
Ah, all right.
and then we play through the night for
Oh,
gold.
all right, but you're paying for drinks.
It's a fair trade.
I
Um,
really don't think so.
Oh my god.
he then rolls the 20-sided one, and he motions for you to do so as well.
Okay. Oof. Not so good.
I rolled a 12. What did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
That is actually fortuitous for you.
Ooh.
In this game, we play 3 rounds.
Mm.
In each round, you roll one of your, you roll a 20, and that determines the number you are trying to achieve.
Ooh.
I rolled a 12, so I want to get as close to 12 as possible. Now, I determine how many of my remaining dice to roll.
Oh.
I rolled a 12, so I will determine to start with my 12-sided. I rolled an 11, so that seems like enough to me. I will stay there.
Oh, I
You
see.
rolled a 5. You would determine how many dice to roll to reach your number.
5 is... Okay, I'll go with my 6th one. Phew. I got a 3.
3. Okay.
What if I want to do more?
Then you choose another one of your dice, and you roll it.
Whoa! Oh, I got a 4.
Okay, you've gone over.
Oh no, I mean 4 total.
For 4 total. So you're both within 1 then.
Mm.
Is that where you're stopping?
Yeah.
Okay. Then this round is a draw,
Oh.
and we move on to the second round.
Okay.
Now, whatever dice you rolled in the previous round, you cannot use.
Oh shit!
Roll your
Stump
20
me.
again.
Oh god.
Can I?
You want to try and lift him up?
Yeah.
All right.
I already rolled my athletics check.
What'd you get?
15.
All right.
Watching this, like, he's
Ah,
watching his hand,
he's holding you there.
back and forth.
He's very strong.
That says, you know, Harmony, if you would just turn visible again, I think he would let you go.
She's ignoring you. She's still struggling though.
What did you roll in your 20?
14.
Oh, I rolled a 14 as well. This is
Oh,
fortuitous.
look at us! It is fortuitous.
Now,
Woohoo.
I will roll a 10 and a 4 to try and achieve my goal.
Oh, okay. Do a 10. That's a 6. And that one is a 7. That's 13!
Just to make me visible.
You come closer than I, so you win this round.
Yes!
And now in the third round, we break your ties.
Oh,
However, I think you get the point.
I do,
We do not
yeah.
need to move on beyond this point.
alright, so what we playing for, my friends?
Well,
A strange
which is a
new
question of how
friend.
much gold you wish to start at.
Ooh, well. I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. Let's start with maybe 2 gold. What do you say?
Are you trying to break free again?
24.
Okay. Okay. You managed. Was it strength? Athletics?
Yeah, it was
or
athletics. Like,
He's like in a moment of where like brief explaining to Nazria where she's realized she's got the rules and he's ready to start the actual betting, and you seize that opportunity and just force the arm up, and he like looks that way and then he just
I'm gone.
puts it down to the side, but you're gone. So.
I'm gonna go find a dusty corner of the room to sit in by myself.
Okay.
I think I'll join you actually.
You
You
start
probably
to
watch my
Yeah,
footsteps in the dust.
stuff.
Yeah.
you start to get the impression that Ozma wants to bet with Nazria for quite a long time and just enjoy a discussion with her.
Right.
So,
I mean, he even said as much. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to spend it.
and
an evening.
as soon as you were all sitting at the table, he was pretty much ignoring you. So,
Hunter, join us.
Can I go to behind the bar and
Join
steal
me.
a bottle of whatever
And
he was
whoever else is
drinking?
here.
Hunter,
And just bring it back to the table
Come
and just drink it.
you're being summoned.
Okay.
you go back behind the bar and sort of into the kitchen, because those are actually in sort of a glass case that is locked. And you can see
But-
Nigel, the old man, is just like
He would have been
bustling
opening
about.
it to get the other drink. I
Mhm.
missed that opportunity, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay. Fine, I'll look for something that's easier to steal.
Roll a perception check.
You've been invited to join Thaddeus and Harmony in a
15.
dusty corner.
Presuming Harmony is still here.
Perception, yeah, 15.
You see, well, a variety of like alcohols that are just open on shelves and like ready to be taken and poured out at your
What's
whim.
the shiniest?
Well, I'm getting there. You also notice a key ring around the proprietor's belt,
But he's wearing it.
but it's sort of in a loose leather loop.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sleight of hand check with advantage.
Okay, I think that's 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
You manage to lift it up off his belt, thumb through the keys, find the right one for the cabinet.
Yes.
Look for your moment when he's out of the kitchen
I'm
and
gonna take 2.
take 2 out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And lock it
Um,
back up and give the keys back.
Just write like 2 bottles of. I haven't given the alcohol name. Just like a foreign alcohol. Okay.
I'm
Hunter,
gonna
what
actually
are you doing?
leave the keys on the counter.
I'm just hanging out with Thaddeus, I think. I don't know if we're leaving or not, but
Yeah, I think Thaddeus and Hunter. I want to discuss with Hunter what do you want to do, because I feel like Nasri is going to be here for a while. What do you want to do here in Ferindel? Where should we go?
I was willing to accompany you back to your your dad's house or whatever your father's
you wanna
mansion,
go see Dad?
whatever you
Not
want to
really.
call it,
Not really.
Hammerlock
Not now.
Empire.
Not now, anyway.
What if you have one of these? I give you one of the bottles.
Where do you get this? Where are you?
I'll turn off invisibility now,
Okay.
and I have like my bottle and I'm drinking it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Maybe this will help you get the courage you need to talk to your
Yeah.
daddy.
I think Thaddeus is going to perhaps foolishly assume that she bought these.
Yep. She's like, it's not important.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What about you, Harmony? I'd rather. I don't need to see my dad tonight. My father tonight.
You did step into this tavern around like early evening. So,
If there's business you or you, Hunter, want to take care of tonight, we could do that. Instead.
What time is it right now
Early evening.
in this place?
yeah, early evening, like
Thaddeus starts.
6,
Early evening,
5 or
okay.
6 p.m.
I was gonna be like, I'm sure your favorite bookstore is open, and like do my best.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Oh,
we can go shopping for books. He's downing his
I'm
alcohol.
glad suddenly that I have this.
Make a Thaddeus. Did you drink in Adeus?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a drink from the Adeus region of the world, so you would recognize it. You're downing it pretty quick.
Not quick, but like. I think I'd taken a couple of sips and then the mentioned Rick's like, oh.
Okay. Won't make you make a con save yet.
I'm drinking mine too.
Okay.
Well, in all seriousness, the only thing I know about this city is that Cial has a shop here. So if we could stop by and see Cial, I'm sure you'd want to go shopping too, right, Hunter?
Yeah, I have some questions I'd like to ask, and maybe some things I'd like to buy. And then also, I'm interested in seeing this Thimblefoot place.
Oh, right.
Let's see
Are they
Cial first.
headquartered here?
Yeah, apparently.
Let's just see all first.
See, I can wait till tomorrow too. I mean, it's already kind of late. Why don't we just kind of explore and see what the city has to offer? We can
Well,
come back
wait,
here
but
and pick up
Seal,
Nazria
didn't
later.
we have to like put in a request with her cat or something, and then she came? So maybe we should like do that now.
Well,
when
wasn't
you,
it like some kind of magic spell that summoned her there?
yeah, when you
Yeah,
went
but it was
into
instantaneous.
when you went into Ciel's shop, it was one of her side branches. Her main branch is here.
Right. So maybe she's just
Oh
here.
right.
So something notified her that there was a customer in that branch, and then she teleported in via a teleportation circle.
That's what happened.
Worst case is we'll tell her phone cat that we're waiting for her, and you know, maybe she'll leave us a message.
I don't remember a phone cat.
I believe it was like a cat statue that had the magic mouth spell, and it spoke at you when you came in.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
what it
something
was.
like that.
yeah. Ciel is the one that taught me how to make potions.
Let's stop there and then we can head to Fences. Sound all right?
Is there a map somewhere?
Right now.
Well,
In here?
Or like a, I don't say like a directory, like
there
at
a
the mall
tourist
or somewhere that we can find directions.
Can we visit the visitor center?
There is potentially a tourist center. That
I was
is,
kinda
you
joking.
probably wouldn't know.
yeah, these taxi drivers seem to know their way around fairly well. If we ask where we want to go, I think they can take us.
Yeah, but then we have to pay.
Okay.
It was cheap. It was very cheap.
Yeah, but that didn't seem to satisfy them last time.
He just seemed like a strange fellow. I'm sure the next one will be. Have a good head on his shoulders.
Okay, if you say so. Well, fine. I'd love to see Ciel. If that's where we're going.
I'd like to meet them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Right now?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're leaving.
Nazria,
And we're drinking in the taxi.
we'll be back later.
Yeah. She's like a barrel and a
Can
half
I-
deep, and she's like, I don't need you.
Before
Get
we
out of here.
insight check, Mr. Asma,
Go for it. What are you trying to determine?
whether or not we can trust him being left alone with Nazria,
Okay.
and whether or not he's being truthful about what he says.
Actually, yeah, I think that was good character.
Yeah, anyone who wants to make this check, please go ahead.
Can I make a check to see if he actually is a slave? Like when he was before, like.
Sure, make an insight check as well.
Is this an insight check?
Yeah.
I got a 20, not natural.
Ooh,
Nice.
I got a 19.
I have a 9.
14.
14. Thaddeus and Harmony, I think you'd naturally be a little bit cautious about him.
Mhm.
But also, you know Nazria can handle it herself.
Right. It's not that I don't trust him. It's because like I've seen Nazria fight, and I think I know this guy has basically no chance.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got 109 HP right now.
That's
Like,
true.
It's
That's
not
true.
going down easy.
Level 9, what? I'm at 44.
Oh, it's cute. Call me when you're in the triple digits.
Okay.
Yeah, so you two aren't really sure, but you know Nazria can handle herself.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Nazria, you wanted to determine if he's truly was a slave, right?
Or belongs, yeah.
Every time he speaks of that, it's an sort of an ineffable thing that you've only seen in people who have experienced captivity and slavery and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
It's when it's brought up, there's this slight flicker in his eyes that it's like they're reliving every single one of those horrible moments, and you recognize that in him. You rolled what?
19.
19.
Mm.
And with that roll, you also would probably notice that with him, it runs deeper and stronger or longer than most people you've experienced who have shown this phenomenon.
Mhm.
So it seems like he spent quite a bit of time or had very horrible experiences in that world.
Mm. Okay. So I don't doubt him. I think Nazir is like.
You feel like he's being pretty genuine.
Mhm.
Hunter, you rolled a 20. What were you trying to determine?
Sorry?
What were you trying to figure out exactly?
Oh, mine was just an insight check to make sure he was being truthful with what he was saying. That he was trying to trick us or something.
Everything he's done so far has been truthful, from what you can tell.
Okay.
Sweet. Alright, so we'll be back later.
Alright, good luck, have fun!
Have fun, kids.
We're
Yeah,
going
you too.
shopping.
Don't lose all your money.
Yeah.
Do you want something?
I'm gonna win everything.
We're gonna go see
I win
Seattle.
all the gold.
Do you want some stuff from Seattle?
500
I
donuts.
don't think she understands her anymore.
Hi.
A meat pie. Come back when you're hungry.
So you guys bustle outside, and it's really easy to find a taxi once you find your way back to the main street. You flag one down, tell them Seals, and the woman driver sort of like pulls out a book and starts leafing through it. Eventually finds an address under the section titled Third Layer, and it says, Seals, yes, Ferindel branch. That seems like the one. And she closes the book, sets it on the seat. Right, buckle up, let's get going. And the vehicle...
My buckles are all buckled.
So, as we're driving, I'm also trying to pay keen attention to any automatons, any like warforged,
Okay,
anything that kind of that I can get some more information about.
roll a
Yeah,
perception
for myself.
check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, how about a strong 5?
Strong 5. You see
Yeah.
flashes
See
of
yourself.
lots of mechanical things,
I
and
like the mirror. I'm like, oh, there's one.
yeah, it froze on a great screen. You see flashes of lots of mechanical things as you're driving past them. A lot of them, in fact, all of them pretty much, you don't understand the purpose of it right immediately as you see it, and then by the time you've driven past it, it's already way out of your vision and you can't see it anymore. So unfortunately, you don't really recognize any automatons or anything like that wandering around the city.
Okay.
As you...
I want to lean over to Hunter when we're in the car and say, I'm sorry, Hunter, I was going to grab you a drink too, but I think you don't drink. Is that true?
Not normally.
What?
Not normally, no.
No. Do you want to try it?
Sure.
I'll hand him the little bit of my drink that's left.
Okay.
Okay. So I try it.
Yeah, you don't have taste buds, so it's very tasteless to you.
I'm like gonna be like, oh, okay.
It pours down your
Like-
throat aperture and nothing.
Yeah, I
I see.
figured it would be wasted on you. Give it.
I'm like, it's liquid.
Does it mess them up at all? Okay.
No adverse effects.
I'll take it back and just finish it off, and then I'm gonna keep the bottle.
Okay.
Because it's cool
Okay.
looking.
As you are driving, you drive down several long streets, and there's a couple places where you come to a complete stop and have to wait a little bit, and then you drive onward. Right before you're about to take a ramp upward towards the next layer up, it seems like. Thaddeus, you notice something. This is a part of town you've seen before. You've been in this layer before, and you know you've been driving in towards the center where the castle is. But as you're driving towards where the castle should be, and you know you should be getting close, you don't see anything, and that's particularly weird. And then right by the ramp, the car takes
By don't see anything, you don't mean like I don't see people, I don't see the castle.
just don't see the castle. Like there's still people in
Okay.
other
And
cars.
there's still like city here, but like
Yeah.
where the castle should be, no castle.
Sort of. Surrounding where the castle should be, there's people and bustle and city. However, where the castle should be, and that's basically where you drive right up next to before you take this ramp upwards, there is a big hole in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And then you take the ramp upwards, and pretty much that's the last you see of that before you come up onto the next layer.
That is like cranes and then like tries to look back in the like 3 or 4 seconds that we're there, and it's like, what's in this?
I don't know. I feel fine. Was
Did
that
any of you see that?
the giant crater thing?
Yeah, it just looked like the city had been built around a big, like a cylindrical hole,
It's
basically.
kind of a weird.
Almost as if the city were like a donut shape around
Yeah.
this hole.
Would you
I
say
mean-
it's a castle-sized hole?
Yeah, it's a very castle-sized.
I mean,
I
that's kind
see.
of a weird thing to put in the center of your city.
Well,
Oh.
there was a castle there 8 years ago.
No, there wasn't.
There, I saw it. I was there.
I mean, this is a huge city. Maybe you're thinking of a different part of the city.
The ramp
It was-
travels you up, shoots you out an edge, and
What's in there?
as it does, you find yourself, as you're still sort of like looking to the right, like where this hole should be, you see suddenly on this level there is the castle, basically filling the hole on this level.
Oh.
See, I told you, you were just misremembering.
However, you can also
they missed the plot of land.
you can also see something which is completely new to the castle grounds area, which is that it seems there have been several large, like massive, gargantuan mechanical structures that have been affixed to the sides surrounding it. And they have these giant chains and pulleys and levers and things like that. And even to the sort of untrained mechanical eye, you can tell that these chains can lower the castle to any level of the city.
Oh.
Or raise it up to the very top, should they want to.
There has to be some heavy-duty chains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're thick. They're like
Yeah.
massively thick.
Yeah. Jeez.
And the cargo's shooting off down a lane that way. Let's get back to Nasri.
It is. I was worried, and now I'm just
Confused. Yeah. Seems to be a consensus.
So, we play for gold now.
Alright, I'll bet you 2 gold. I can whoop your butt.
He smiles a little and he says, 2 gold is a fine start. And then go ahead and roll your d20 for your first round.
That's a 12.
Ozma rolled an 18, so he's actually going to roll 2 of his dice to begin with. Rolling a perfect 18.
Oh, damn. I rolled a 1. That's not good.
Will you roll again?
Of course I'll roll again. Okay, now I'm at 6.
Remember, any dice you use now cannot be used in future rounds.
Fine, I'll stay.
Okay, then the first round goes to me.
Alright, you get 1.
And then he says, let us roll again.
17! I can't make that.
I roll a 6.
This is stupid! I hate this game! You tricked me! You're stupid and you don't have a shirt!
Let's play through this game and then perhaps we can decide another.
No, she's not a good loser. It's a 5.
Okay, so
That's a
you're
dice.
how close to the other one?
I'm 12 away.
12 away? Okay, so I take the second round.
Ooh.
Which means that this game goes to me and I'll be taking your gold.
Alright, that's all you get though. From now on, I'm gonna get it all back.
Fair, fair. Do you want to keep playing this game or do you want to teach him a game?
I don't know any games. I like this game.
Okay. In which case,
You like it, but not very
I like it.
good.
No, Ozzy doesn't.
this
Yeah.
will go on for quite a bit of time.
Mm,
He wants to play for quite a long time, as long as you're sort of up for it.
okay.
So let's
He's
just
gonna take you for a
Go
long
ahead.
I know, I have a lot of
roll 1d20 and we'll just sort of compare how you guys are doing against each other. I have an 8.
I have an 8 too!
Okay.
Okay.
So things are pretty even. So for the first hour or so,
Mm.
and then he starts to lean and he says, "It seems that our luck is about even.
It would appear so.
Why don't we make things a little more interesting?
What do you have in mind?
We've bet gold and we've come out about even, but there is more that I can offer, and there is more that you can offer me."
Listen, buddy. I don't know what kind of dwarf you think I am, but I am not that kind of dwarf.
He chuckles for the first time. No, I'm
Nazri until my law.
not interested in any such thing.
Inner Nazria.
Oh, you're so handsome.
He leans across the table, and he looks you in the eyes and he says, "What if I told you of the existence of powerful, fate-altering magic? The sort of magic of legends that can bend and twist reality at a whim. Past, present, future, you name it."
I'd say you've had too much to drink, my friend. One more
He
swig.
chuckles again. What if I told you what if I told you that I am capable of such magic? What would you wager against such a power?
Yeah, okay, let's just say you have this power. How do I know that this is true? And if you had this power, why would you still be a slave, eh?
Well, there are some magics that cannot be used for personal gain and must be used for another. But I like you. I see a bit of myself within you. I would wager you see some of yourself within me.
How much would you win?
Yeah.
Several gold.
Several.
All right. Well, I don't have any magic powers. What should I wage against this?
First, let me make sure you understand the full scope of what I am offering.
That's a good idea. 'Cause I've had
I
too
am
many
offering you
beers.
the chance
Ominous.
to change one thing in your life. Past, present, future. You name it.
Lazarus instantly thinks of a thing, and it is.
And he sees like the light bulb go off in his eyes. He says, yes, even that.
But how?
I told you, there are powerful magics out there in the world, and some are capable of wielding it. Albeit I have not been able to wield mine for the past 100 years. My time has come again, and I am capable of such power. And I would use it for you, if you would have it.
All right. How much?
That axe on your back.
Oh yeah, right, my friend. You can go and take your magic power.
Think about it. The power on the table here is the power to do whatever you wish.
Is he talking about Orc Splitter or Henry?
Orc Splitter.
Oh, okay.
That's
It's
the, that's a different story.
Okay, he's talking about Henry for a moment. I mean, it has been bothering me a lot. It's trying to tell me.
We've only had it a couple weeks.
I had a couple weeks, but it's so naggy, you know. It's like, do you really
Yeah,
want to
you
kill those
feel-
people? And I'm like,
You
yeah.
feel like the sudden, from Orc Splitter, the wave of emotions that rushes to it is
I'm
like,
shut up,
is
shut
like,
up.
no, don't do it.
No, you're not my real dad.
You're not my real dad.
All right,
Bet
you're in. Orc Splitter on the table. No.
And
stop.
he doesn't have anything physical to put on the table, but he looks you in the eye and he reaches out a hand and he shakes it. Okay?
Oh wait, can I do a quick insight check to see
Yeah.
if he's actually?
Go for it. Go for it.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, at least you remember now.
Yeah.
Instead of not at all.
18 plus 0. 18.
Okay. Even in your slightly inebriated state, he seems to be legitimate in what he's saying. With an 18, you feel as if he might... You sort of get the feeling he might have wanted Orc Splitter from the beginning and wanted to get to this point, but he is legitimate in what he can offer. This is sort of the sense you get.
Okay. Okay. Let's play.
And he sees that hesitation in your eyes, and he says, I assure you, I'm good for it. And if I'm not, I will give you your axe back. But trust me, you will know nearly instantly, I'm sure.
All right, you're on, my friend.
Okay? So the
Oh, there it is.
the dice game that is about to be played is Orc Splitter for one wish.
Yeah.
Roll your d20.
Oh shit! Ah!
I rolled a 17.
11.
I'm just going to roll my 12.
I'm going to roll my 12. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a 7.
Okay.
What are you?
I only rolled a 6, so you're closer for this round.
Closer. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Second round.
My wish. Yeah. Let's go.
He chuckles.
Okay,
You win
sorry.
this one. We'll see how
I'll
your
win them
fares.
all. That wish is mine. Ooh, I got an 8.
He's rolling so high, and that's so bad in this. An 18, so he's going to roll his 10 and his 6.
Okay. Ooh, I'm
For a
gonna-
total of 6.
Ah! I'm gonna roll my. This is maybe a bad idea.
Okay, if he fails this, he's going to lose, so he's going to keep rolling, actually.
Okay.
7.
Oh!
I'm up there, I can't feel that.
So, how close are you to yours?
I've got 2 1s and I need 8.
So you are 6 away.
Yeah.
I am 7 away.
Well, then I'm not gonna roll my next die. Yay.
You rolled.
And he leans back in the chair. Well, it appears the gods of luck were on your side.
It appears so, my friend.
Now
Look,
tell me.
look, look, look. She's being really obnoxious.
What would you wish, Nazrian Greyhill?
How do you know my name?
You introduced yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was like 5 barrels ago.
Aslan, this is not being right now.
Short-term memory. Ale and juice. I think you know what would I wish for?
By the nature of this magic, the wording must be very specific. So tell me what you would wish.
I wish that I was never captured by the chains of Terra and forced to be a slave in the fighting pits.
Okay. He smiles a little bit and snaps his fingers. And he holds up a he like rummages through his little purse and holds up a little pocket mirror to your face, and you can see your brand is gone.
That's the actual sound that does it. It worked! Did it really work? Wait, can I remember everything?
Are you trying to remember something?
Yeah,
Everything
from like
right
the
now?
fighting pits.
Okay.
I'm trying to be like.
As you try and think back on your life and everything that has happened and brought you to this point, it's a very okay. Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no!
that's not gonna go well.
Oh no!
-2. Let's see what this. And I got a 1.
Okay. You get this instant headache, and your vision blurs, and you fall to the ground and black out completely.
Sounds about right. Naldred tries to think.
Some
Goes
amount of time
unconscious.
passes. You're not sure what happened exactly, but by the time you come to, Ozma is gone.
What?
Yes.
That guy? Is
Um,
Orc Splitter still there?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh my god. That guy.
She's so hiding.
No. I rolled a 2 and I have -2.
Okay, so it's gone, and you don't know why it's gone.
No. Orc
Roll
Splitter.
also an insight check,
Okay.
just sort of retroactively.
I'm not liking this dice. Okay, that's 12.
Based on what you had learned of him, you know he wanted it, but you don't think he would have taken it from you once you passed out. But it is gone. Or Splitter is gone.
If I try remembering again, can I remember anything?
Yes. Now as you try and think back, your mind has cleared a little bit. And you think, and you sort of have this weird overlapping memory, where it's like your timeline up to this point occurred twice in 2 different lifetimes. You see the lifetime where you were captured from your home village and brought to the fighting pits, where you met. Hold on, I have information. I believe the person's name was Karak. Karak.
Yeah. Kara?
Let's see. I can't find it. Oh, there we go. Karas, the hammer. The friend you bonded with in the fighting pits.
My best friend.
And you have still the vivid memory of trying to break free from the fighting pits, that moment where you battled with the boss orc there. And as you were doing battle with the boss orc, you recognized Karas's amulet around the boss orc's neck, and you realized that the orc must have killed Karas and taken it from her. And then you, in a furious rage, slew the orc and took the amulet for yourself. And then you remember traveling back first after getting out of the fighting pits to your home village, which had been ransacked, and finding it burned to the ground. And the graves, the unnamed graves of various dwarves just dug there by someone, some kind traveler or someone who took pity on the ransacked village. And then you recall traveling across the world and in coming to Ravenmoor and meeting Harmony and Tal and Hunter, traveling with them, and you have all of those memories. But also you have memories where the orcs never came to your village, and so you were never captured. But the orcs came to all of the surrounding villages, and they pillaged and plundered, and many of your friends and acquaintances were still taken into the pits.
No.
But with the warning that the village had from these other villages being plundered, your village was able to rally a defense at the leadership of your father, your mother, and other clan members. You were able to defend the village and, in fact, retreat to a safer location, and thus were never captured. However, you recall a point in time when the hill dwarves of your clan learned of the true location of the Chains of Terra, which is within the elemental plane of Earth. And of a being named Tara, who dwelled within the plane and was the true orchestrator behind all of these bands of orcs. And you recall setting out on a journey in search of an amulet with an emerald set into the center, which would act as a focus for a spell that would open up the plane of Earth and allow your clan to invade it.
Ooh.
And you reach down to your neck and find there's no amulet there.
God damn it! No!
Oh wait, no, sorry.
Stop! No!
I've got my notes backwards. The amulet is there, but you have a different memory of how you got it.
Oh, okay.
This amulet was claimed from the corpse of Parg, when you slew him in his encampment with Harmony and Thaddeus and Hunter.
So even in this new timeline, we still met up and slew orcs together. Nice. Okay.
And as you're sort of collecting all of your memories here for a second, you hear a voice coming from upstairs in the tavern. Hold on a second. And it says, Nazria, are you down there? You've been down there quite a while.
What? Is that? Wait.
Have you been?
know that
How much have you been drinking?
Is that?
And coming down the stairs is the form of a male dwarf from your village, not of your clan, but a very close friend of yours from your childhood, who in one of your memory timelines, you recall seeing dead on the ground when the orcs first invaded.
Yeah.
You see Gremund Cragtoe
Craggy Cragtoe!
come down the stairs. We have a early journey tomorrow, Nazria. We need to be heading off back to Adeus soon.
You're alive!
Of course I'm alive.
You didn't die!
No, I didn't. When would I have died?
Oh, my friend!
I've been here in the city while you were off finding the amulet.
I'm just gonna give him the biggest hug in like the world.
All right, Nazia. And he like pushes you off. He's like just got the very beginnings of a beard. He's still a very young dwarf.
What was his first name again?
Gremund.
Gremund, that's it. Gremund.
I've been safe within the city. It's you who's been gallivanting about and searching for the amulet.
The amulet?
But now we have both the things we need. I have the tablet, and you have the amulet, and we're ready to go back to the village.
The village?
It's time to take the fight to Terra.
Terra?
Yes.
Hold on. What? Is it just you and me?
Yes. It's just you and me.
Well, where's everyone else? Are they alive?
Who?
My family.
Yes, they're all
My mom and
back
my
in the
dad.
citadel, waiting for us to launch the attack.
They're alive.
Yes, they need our amulet and this tablet. And he like waves a tablet in front of your face.
Oh. What kind of tablet?
It's just like a stone tablet, and it's got arcane glyphs written across it.
Oh.
You have no idea what they say.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
We're one step closer.
Yeah.
Getting revenge.
Well, someone took my sword. Did you know?
Your Henry's right there.
Well, I
They're
know
back.
Henry's there, but what about Orc Splitter?
You mean the Wait.
What happened to Orc Splitter?
there was an axe by that name back in our village when we were young, but it went missing ages ago.
We don't have Orc Splitter?
No. We were hoping to get it, but our best leads thought maybe Pargu had it, but of course you confirmed he didn't.
But you had the amulet.
He did have the amulet.
Oh, I need another drink.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
You're acting very strange.
You know what? I think you might be right.
I know I'm right.
Craggy! Another big hug. She's so happy.
All right.
Craggy!
You need to get to bed. 'Cause we
Oh,
need to set off early
Well,
in the
what
morning.
about my friends?
Those the band you've been traveling with, the ones who helped you out.
Yeah. The
And I'm
big
sure
one
they
and the
understand. You
big
were clear
one.
with them from the beginning that this was your purpose, right? You weren't.
I guess
You weren't, were
now
you?
it is. What's happening? No, I don't really know.
That
You
was
were
always the
dead
plan.
like
You-
5 minutes ago.
What? No.
You were so
I've never been dead.
You were killed as a wee lad. I
I've been
remember
within
it.
the city trying to track down this
Oh,
this spell tablet.
all right. Whatever you say,
This-
Craggy. You just scraggly.
I paid quite a bit of money for this, but that's all I've done. You're the one who does the fighting.
Oh, that's true.
He like holds up
Look
his
at that.
muscles and they droop a little.
Upside down thing. Oh, wee craggy.
You've always been the strong one.
Oh, I am quite strong, aren't I?
Yes, but you need my brains, remember, don't you forget it.
Well, I mean, oh, you can see my mum and dad, right?
Of course.
They're alive.
Yes. I think you must have had some sort of bad dream, some alcohol-induced dream.
Yeah, maybe that's
What's
it.
wrong with you? Anyways,
Maybe it was all a
nothing
dream.
a good night's sleep won't do. We need to be off early in the morning, so
Oh. All right. Well, I will need to see my friends, but I think I could use a wee snoozy,
okay.
as they say in the mountains.
Right, but then let's get you up to bed. What happened? And he like sort of like picks you up on one shoulder and carries you up the stairs a little bit. It's like he's
Notice
drooping
he's
under
like,
your
maybe
weight.
I'm still like, is this just the drunkenness? What's going on? This is weird. She's gone.
You guys went off to Cial's.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And the
much has
world
happened
changed.
since then.
But you have no idea. This is the
No.
reality you have always lived in.
Right.
Do you still
So
have
what
the
are our
same
memories now?
Your memories are largely the same.
What did
Except
I?
she's never had a scar.
She's just
She's
never had a brand.
What did I see in that one vision that I had?
With the chains. Would it have been the same?
It was nearly the same.
Nearly the same.
There were still the orcs, and then there was that giant earthen claw that reached out from the
Right.
background and
Okay.
grabbed for her.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that doesn't change.
Epic.
Okay.
What about Chloe?
What about Chloe?
Where's Chloe? Chloe. Sorry, I'm in a wheelchair.
Oh god.
You find
This is not the right
yourselves
reality.
in front, dropped off in front of a storefront, and the taxi driver zooms off after receiving payment. As a little bit more expensive because you had to go up a layer.
Daddy's can afford it.
Yeah, Thaddeus gives the driver. It's like, I'm afraid I'm out of copper. One gold will do.
That'll be fine. He takes the gold. Gets in the car. You find yourself in front of a storefront. It's much more grandiose than the previous storefront for Cial's that you witnessed before. However, there is a sign on the front that says, closed pending resolution of personal matters.
Personal matters.
And there's just like a little padlock hanging from the locks.
Is there a phone cat?
The doors are like solid, and as you sort of peer into the windows, it looks like they're like tinted or something like that. So you can't really actually even see inside.
I told you we
Okay.
should have come tomorrow.
Well, maybe you're right. Do you think we'll have any better luck at Proudfoot, Tenderfoot, Thimblefoot? Thimblefoot. I didn't drink too much. Shouldn't have drinking this much.
I should have grabbed more. I only grabbed 2.
You think we'll have better look at Thimblefoot's at this hour, or should we go and turn in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little worried about leaving Masteria by herself, but we came all the way here.
And we'll be here tomorrow. It's only one cab ride away.
That's true.
Let's like get
Well,
a map and
and
just
that
plan our
is
day for
turns out
tomorrow.
cab
Though.
driver. Will that cover the return trip?
Cab driver's already gone. However, there's another one there. Basically sees you flagging them down and opens up a door. You going somewhere?
Are we going? Where are we going?
Where are we going?
I'm
Thimblefoot?
asking you.
Thimblefoot? Back to the tavern?
Back to the tavern. Which is it? Thimblefoot tonight. Thimblefoot tomorrow.
Hunter?
Let's do it tomorrow.
Okay,
Alright.
back to the tavern it is.
And that
We
was
get
that
more
was
of that fun alcohol.
the dirty cup.
The dusty bottle.
The dusty bottle.
Dirty cup.
Cups. The dusty
I'm gonna
bottle.
ask the driver for if he has like a spare map or if he knows where I can get one.
Yeah, well, I've got my trusty map of the city, but I need that for my job. You can get these at pretty much any one of the tourist outlets. There's a couple spots around the city.
Can we stop by one on the way?
Yeah, sure, no problem. And he like
Okay.
takes you basically to the equivalent of like a park, and there's a little almost like a pagoda or something like that, where there's various pamphlets and things like that. And one of them is a city map of the various layers, so you can grab one of those.
All right.
Wait here, please. We'll be
Yeah,
right
I'll grab like 3 of them.
The meter's
Or-
still running.
back. Understood.
Okay.
Grab a map. All right,
Yeah, I'll
cool.
grab a few of them.
I don't get out of cab.
I'll actually have a map for you next session, I believe. I don't have one at this point, so.
Okay.
You hop back in the cab, make your way
Yep.
back to the Dusty Bottle.
Yep.
Nazria is not.
Actually, I have a question because this came up a second ago. Harmony was like, I don't know if we can trust Nazria with that guy. Do we remember that guy?
No.
Yeah.
Harmony
Right.
said,
Oh, we don't?
I don't know if we can trust Nazria alone.
That's right. That's
But
right.
what you would recall is meeting up with Grammond Cragito.
Right,
actually.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
She's not. She's not.
she's
alone.
fine.
She's
She
with-
has a
she's
friend
with,
with her.
She's with friends.
Yeah.
So you guys know
We
Grammond
would have
now.
met
We probably met.
Just briefly.
just briefly, like probably just now.
Mhm.
She's with her friends, so she's
So
fine.
good.
So we don't have to rush back to her, but we're still kind of tired.
Yeah.
We have to say goodbye.
I
before,
I don't think Thimblefoot will be open tonight.
No, and since
Yeah.
you're on the third layer up, you can actually see quite a bit of the sky.
Mhm.
And it is starting to get darker, like the sun has gone down and the evening sky is coming in. You can see stars beginning to rise.
I can't see the moon from here, can
Not yet. You might be able to when it's fully up.
All right.
You do reckon the view would be glorious from the very top layer, though, on the night.
I don't have that gold chain then, do I?
I?
Damn it!
Not only don't you have it, you never.
I
you don't
never
remember.
stole
You
it!
never stole it.
Wait, but then how did I find out about that yummy drink that I stole? Or did we drink
I
those?
presume you still went back to
Yeah.
investigate the
Yeah,
alcohol
and found the
smell
shiny
from it,
things.
so.
I feel robbed.
Yeah, there was a reason I was like, yeah, make your check. Come on, do it.
Hey, but I managed to steal it.
You find your way back to the bottle, the Dusty Bottle. You get rooms there, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very cheap, dirt cheap. And the rooms sort of reflect that. The blankets are all extremely
Dirt
dusty.
cheap or dust cheap?
It's just a thin layer of dust that you just kind of like waft over yourself.
I'll just prestidigitation my room.
Where do you think the dust comes from?
I don't want to know.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
Everyone but Nazria finds theirself to some restful slumber. Even Hunter, your power down state seems pretty restful.
That's good.
Nazria, you probably spent a couple hours awake, tossing and turning and thinking about the change.
No, I'm
that's
chatting
just
with
come.
Grammy.
Oh, you have a
Grammy
good
G.
late night chat with Grammy?
Yeah, I'm having him tell me all about everything.
And he's just like very patient with you because he's seen you drunk before. He just assumes that's what's going on.
It's
But
like, this guy. This guy.
right, we really have to be off really early in the morning. So
I know, but just tell me again about how my father looks like.
he's starting to get. You saw him the last time I saw him as well. Starting to get the gray hairs in the beard.
But just pretend like, he was killed when I was really small and I don't know what he looks like anymore.
Very dark, Nazria.
That's why you love me.
Starting to get the gray hairs in the beard. He's strong as ever.
Oh, Pa.
And your mother is regal with the intellect of an eagle.
Oh, she always was the smart one, wasn't she? Oh, 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 oh.
Well, you guys aren't even there.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, and he just goes into a very long description of basically anyone you ask him who you thought was dead from your village describes them being alive and waiting for you back in a place he keeps calling the Citadel.
Okay, that's really a happy chappy.
And then eventually you find yourself to some rest and wake up in the morning. Everyone comes downstairs, Drummond like stretching. All right, Nazria, you said your goodbyes. It's time to be off.
Be off?
I told you last night. We've got to get going early. We need to make it to the channel so that we can cross to Aedeas.
This is what you've been building toward this whole time, isn't it?
And you finally found what you were looking for.
Nazi's like, what? Wait, okay, so their memories have all shifted to this new timeline, but I still have them both. So do I still, like, I have half of me is like,
Which one's real?
like, yeah, like, half of me is like, we're in
You're
this
literally
town.
Max in episode 3.
Oh.
Episode 4.
Freaking.
You know what
Okay.
the other timeline was, but this one is real.
Well, I feel like I've been seeing some, maybe it was the air lately, but I You know?
Don't tell me you're gonna quit drinking.
See, never.
Don't
The
abandon.
day Nazria quits drinking is the day I pick up a battle axe.
Hey, this guy is so weak.
I know you guys don't know me very well, but I'm very weak.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at
yeah.
Quite
I mean, I'm a mage and I've got stronger muscles than that.
He chuckles a little, like, nervously.
Oh, craggy.
I mean, I do. I'm
Don't call me craggy.
proficient now.
Oh, you love it.
No, we're way past that now.
Oh, you love it, don't you, craggy? Yeah. Just, I don't know what this is.
I thought Craggy was your name.
It's Cragto. It's the clan name.
Oh.
Craggy toe. He's got craggy toes. Anyway. Oh, I don't know. I just had, I guess, a strange dream that we were, you know, going to find something here together. But I guess you're right. This was what we've been looking for.
I'll tell you what. I'll be waiting outside. You come when you're ready. He goes and he exits the bottle. He's got his backpack on. He's just sort of, you can see him waiting outside the window.
Like, this is what you've been building towards, and you know that if you need our help, you can send for us, and we'll come in an instant.
exactly.
That's true.
That is like says a short prayer and gives Nausea a blessing on her life.
Oh, okay.
And this is like cast the bless spell on you basically.
Mm.
It says, may your endeavors go well. May your old enemies be smoked out.
Thank you, Thaddeus. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I'm gonna reach in my bag, and I'm gonna give her. I think I have a component pouch that I stole off of a mage. I'm gonna fill it with sage. I'm gonna put a couple of the buttons from the pixies in there, and I'm gonna tie it up, and I'm gonna give it to her, and I'm gonna say, if you start having nightmares, put it under your pillow, and it should keep the bad dreams away.
Oh, thank you, Harmony.
Sage smells good.
She'll give you a little hug. Thanks for all the fun and the memories. She's not crying. You're crying. Shut up. Hunter. It's always
Hunter's
been
gonna
a
pull
pleasure.
out the Allosaurus quest paper that we.
Oh, the paper, not the foot. Okay.
What?
Like the reward
There you
paper.
go.
Like, kill this
Oh,
Allosaurus
yeah.
for me.
You kept that all this
I can't hear
time.
anything. Yeah, not the foot. Yeah.
Like a few seconds too high.
Cutting out.
It's okay. Sorry.
Oh, thank you, Hunter.
Hang in there.
I don't know. I actually don't have all my items on here. It's on my other sheet.
It's cool. It's cool.
I wanted to like go like egging with her, like grab like the ostrich-sized eggs and like throw it at something together.
Yeah.
That's like a last hurrah. You wanna do that?
Yeah. You want to do that? You
Wait,
want to throw
you're
it at
gonna go throw
Nigel?
it at Nigel?
Alright, let's go do it. Let's go throw it at something.
Let's do it. Let's throw it at the bartender.
I'll distract Thaddeus. You guys go. Thaddeus, what's that?
What?
Let's throw it at the bar maybe.
Yeah.
At the
I
bar.
make like a
Let's do it.
presentation.
Okay.
Okay. Throw it
It,
at the bar.
it hits the bar, shatters immediately, and this foul-smelling, rotten liquid spills out.
Just like chuck them in the bar.
Yep. Instantly, the entire bar is engulfed with this horrible stench. And
Oh, presentation.
Nigel comes
that
running
was
down. He's
a
like,
good idea.
"What have you?
Oh
What have
my
you done to
God.
my bar?
He did it. He did
Oh,
it. It wasn't me.
Presentation. Clean it up. Clean it up.
You'll be cleaning that one up for me."
I don't have much. That's a lie. She has a lot of money. But, but I want you all to have these. And she's going to give each of you a gem that she got on the journey.
Aw.
And I forget how much they were worth.
It's
on
so
the other
shiny.
sheet. I'll look it up.
We can say they're worth 100 because it's Nasria's final gift.
Oh.
You have been so helpful on this journey to find my family. Shrug. She's not really sure what's going on right now.
Well, you've been helpful too. I mean, we've gotten this far because you were with us.
I admit I'm a little bit nervous thinking what will come into it without your axe.
Who's going to be our tank? Well, we'll just have to
Don't
throw
look at me.
Hunter out there.
Well, I'm sure our paths will meet again.
Good luck. Don't die.
Please.
I
I'm
mean,
invincible.
I don't
Triple
know how much I
digits.
know about the Earth Elemental plane. I assume you've told us that that's kind of your plan, right?
Yeah.
I assume that she's told us. I don't know how much I would know about it, except that, you know, when you start going to other planes, shit gets real. So, you know, Be careful.
We're dwarves.
And come have a drink with us again sometime.
Oh, always.
You just have to look for the wild magic explosions.
Way to ruin a moment, boys.
Yeah.
As things are starting to wind down, it's getting to that point where no one really knows what to say anymore. Nazria, you look out the window and you catch a look at Gremund, who's looking in at you, and he's like, just gives you a little nod.
Well, I guess I'm off then. See you again.
Safe journey.
Oh,
Say hello to your family from us.
I will.
Just set out the door. Gremund matches your step as you begin to walk towards the exit of Ferindel. And he seems to take the lead, knowing where the boat docks are and things like that, because he spent so much time in the city waiting for you. And with that, you guys watch two dwarven forms, both laden with heavy backpacks, heading out on their own adventure. And that's where we'll end for tonight. We're saying goodbye to Nazria in the most crazy town banana pants way we could think of.
It's so crazy time, but
It was really great.
So we
That
were
was
throwing
like-
out all these regular ideas, and then I was like,
real.
what if we had a
Or-
wish involved?
Oh my
I was like,
God.
yes. You were like, I have two
Wait,
ideas,
so
but one of them's kind of
was-
crazy, and I was like, let's do that one.
Was Ozma a genie?
He was a genie.
Was a genie?
Oh, that's why I didn't have a shirt.
That's why
That's
it's
why
called
he
the
was
Dusty
magically
Bottle,
bound.
too.
A
Oh,
dusty bottle?
because
What?
He's
he's
magically bound.
The dusty bottle.
Yeah.
We walked into this bottle.
wheels within wheels.
So the brand was just like an illusion or something? Was it
No, that was
fake?
real.
He had a real brand.
Yeah, he had some more history that could have been delved into.
Ah,
Well,
Maybe he'll come up again.
Yeah, he could come up again. You never know.
Oh my god.
So that's where we're going to leave for tonight. If you enjoyed watching, come back for more. It'll
I want-
be us.
I'm sorry. I
minus
want
Nazria.
a one shot of just Nazria's story because what
Yeah.
the fuck? That sounds exciting.
right?
Yeah, I had all this exciting stuff planned.
Elemental plane?
Right.
Take down this guy?
Nazria will come back and we'll
Yeah.
do some stuff with
Mhm.
No, I totally want to be in on that.
I'll
Like,
send you guys a raven.
yeah.
You need,
George
like, a
just needs a
one-shot.
break. She'll come back at some point
Mhm.
for a short
We
time.
can
Yeah, I mean, come on,
like
I can't abandon
arc.
Nazria. She's so powerful.
Yeah, we can have an Nazria arc when you come back.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Someday.
who gets to be craggy?
Yeah, oh my god, this is so exciting. We're missing out.
I feel like
spin
this
off.
was a fun episode.
Oh
It
my
was an
God.
intro to our season 4. So if you enjoyed, come back for more. We'll be
Yeah.
here every Monday night streaming on Twitch.
Big shout out to Mike, who has followed us and has been chatting with us and
Yeah.
loves
You
the
the
DM.
best, Mike.
Thank you,
Hey,
Mike.
so much.
Thanks for the love, Mike.
Yeah.
He loves you too.
We were
I-
trying to follow the
We all try.
chat, so thanks so much for your participating.
We really enjoy participation, even if we miss it sometimes in the chat. It keeps us going. So thank you. And we'll see you all next week, hopefully. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.